Happy Saturday. Happy, very packed and loaded Saturday. Welcome to another leg of our fundraising effort for American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Today it is Wonder Woman. Later on this afternoon, much to the joy of Bradley, it will be Scary Movie 5. But fortunately for him, that's the last Scary Movie unless we get like a massive donation.
And the final spoof movie we will ever stream on this channel for any reason whatsoever.
Well, there will be, like I said, if we move the needle today,
if we move it to $80 billion
or something awful, then
if you get to $80 billion,
I would be happy with I would be happy with breaking 11,000 a day. Right now we are at. Let's bring up our total because this is up on the screen for the entirety of.
So $80 billion, and you guys get another spoof movie.
All right, so right now we're at 10,350, 4,000, or let's say 4,000, 4,650, something like that. I forgot.
Yeah, that's where it is to 15 grand.
Yeah, we're headed towards 15 grand. I would like to at least get to 11 today, if possible, between this stream, the next stream, and then our overnighter, which is already set. The thumbnails are already ready for you guys. Ignore the 2:00 time for Scary Movie. I was up late when I did that, and I put them both for 2 and scheduled them both for 2. Thank you, Ruth, for letting me know that I messed up there. So I got it fixed. So here we are. I am watching it on HBO Max. It's on several different streams. Those of you who need to watch it. The link for you Patreons and Patreons, and for those of you who are normal contributors, it is in the. I sent you one. We got somebody in the back stage. I don't really fucking need to see this guy. I'm having a good day, and he usually fucks it up. I'm just kidding. What's going on,
Spidey? The thing about being the second most popular superhero in the world behind Superman is people always know your face. Or people always see you around. So don't worry about it, Wayne.
I'm about to say, but they have never seen your face, so there you go. You're with Brad, but Brad's coming out next, or actually later this month.
Brad's about to fulfill his destiny. That's all that is.
Yeah, well,
I keep telling you, if I don't keep the face hidden, then the family's.
Well, he's only going to show from the chin up because he doesn't want us to know how. He doesn't want us to see those ribs.
So, Brad, you're almost out of the woods, man.
Yeah,
for now.
So you heard. Yeah, so you heard.
You said no more spoof movies until Dance Floor, right?
Which if we get to $80 billion, we would think about considering.
Like I said, we need to, in order for us to put ourselves through this again, we need to make significant ground today. Right now, 10,350 is a lot of money in the short time that we've done it. And then with the bandwidth that we have or don't have in some cases, but like I said, I would hate to have to retract on that goal of 15 grand.
So William, what would a dude where's my car? How much would that cost us?
That's going to be at least $500, man.
And you have to sit still the entire time. It can't be on a Saturday when you're busy. You got.
If I have to sit still, then we need to get that. You need to combine with people. We need to get to 11,000 a day. If I have to sit through that. Then take time out of selling merchandise with customers. I have to sit down for that. Then we got to get to 11 grand a day.
Ruth, I just sent you a link.
I sent you one too, Ruth.
Is Taladia coming? I thought I heard you guys mention the other day that.
I sent him a link as well. I sent both of them links.
Awesome. It's an international event today.
Ruth, I sent it to your Instagram. So sorry.
Brad, William, the final four is down the street from my house right now, and I'm missing it just to be with you, dude. So
the final what?
The final four is right down the street from my house, right? It's like a mile away. You know what I mean?
Hold on for a second. I got customer. All right, so
Brad, while he's doing,
it's not just the awful movies that I sneak out for. This is a really good movie, but it's Saturday. I got a bunch of stuff in. I'm actually going to give you guys a tour because I'm adding a bunch of shit to this wall later on tonight. Shit. I got a lot of
tour of the Sci-Fi Center.
I got one cool one in that I really, because a lot of people are just now getting into Kane because of Loki and the movies. Even though it's been kind of a disaster with Jonathan Majors, there's still people that are interested in Kang. So this is a facsimile.
Wait, William, you're Kang, so we're good. Whatever. We don't need Jonathan Majors. We got William Kang Powell, dude. The better Kang anyway, bro.
Avengers #8, first appearance of Kang. So this is, like I said, far cheaper, $5 versus whatever, how many hundreds it costs you to get a brand new collector. Not gonna shell out that kind of money right now.
I saw the Sci-Fi Center live preview for tonight, and I saw the Punisher on there. I thought you were talking about a different comic this week, or is that something other?
I was going to do Dead Boy Detectives, but I'm going to wait until a week before.
Closer to the show.
Yeah, because it didn't make any sense. I mean, I want to do it, but the whole point of doing these stories is an introductory thing, and it's best to do it right when the show is coming on.
Is it Punisher Max?
No, it's going to be this Punisher.
How's it going, Ruth?
Hi.
How you doing?
How's everybody? Can you hear us all right?
Yes.
Yeah, I can hear you good.
And we got numbers of fun in the house, by the way, just so everybody's clear.
So it's going to be the original, the miniseries from 1985, 1986. Mike Zeck. Mike Zeck was a preeminent artist on Punisher for much of his big move in the 80s.
What years?
This is 1985, 1986.
Okay. War Journal started what, 88 or 89?
War Journal started in 88. War Journal started the original series. This is the original miniseries, and then this sales led to the ongoing series, which was in 1987 with Klaus Janson and Larry Hama. But these covers on this, and we're going to go. This was actually the first comic book miniseries that I purchased with my own money.
Okay, a little history in the history there. Okay.
Yeah, so I just picked this up today. So, and that image you see on the thing is a Mike Zeck image, and Mike Zeck, no matter where Punisher appeared for most of those 80s, it was Mike Zeck. Even when Mike Zeck was doing Captain America,
Zeck has a lot of I'm asking you, I don't know. Zeck has a lot of crossovers with Punisher, Daredevil, or no?
Yeah. Punisher, Daredevil, Punisher, his Gang Wars were the big original Gang Wars. That was all Mike Zeck. Mike Zeck did a lot of Secret Wars too.
Speaking of Gang Wars, did you like the second one they made, or the newer one they made for your Gangland or whatever?
Not really. It just.
I thought the bullseye playing the role kind of thing was cool, but it also had been done before. But it was still kind of cool how.
Yeah, it was everything in the story was kind of like it's literally like a nostalgia with
like a rehash. Yeah. I liked his suit though. I liked the all black Daredevil suit with the red D's. That was pretty awesome, actually.
I remember the armored suit that they did back in the day when I even got that action figure. So, all right, guys, remember. Let me get off of me. Remember why we are here. The link is pinned to the top of the chat. Even if you can't right now, before we get started, if everybody can just go ahead and share the link to this stream, and if you can, or the link to the charity itself. Even if everybody in here has exhausted their finances and can't do it anymore, there's always somebody that may out there that may be like, "Ooh, that's cool. Haven't seen that before," and maybe they'll come along and watch along. Or if you can't watch and can donate, that's great too. So right now, we're at so we made 50, so we're at 10,400 now.
Look at you! So look at you! Closed mouth doesn't get fed. Just got to mention it, man. Hey, we're like less than 2 weeks away from Rebel Moon 2, by the way.
Oh, and of course, the donation had to come from Bane.
I had to go, yeah, whatever. Hey, wherever it comes from, I am on board with it. Even less than 2 weeks away because we're doing a screening out here on the 17th, Wednesday the 17th.
Yeah.
Are you gonna make it to Vegas, Brad?
Unfortunately, no. Yeah, I really wanted to, but yeah, I just won't be able to do that, unfortunately. So I have to wait until it's on Netflix, like everybody else.
Fun says, William, if we reach 14K, you're gonna pose in the Wonder Woman suit, right? I'm not a fan of William in the Wonder Woman suit, but that's what Fun asks.
We got to do 15. If we got to reach 15,
he said 15. He said 15.
Oh, I thought you said 14. Okay, yeah, sure. Well, if we do it in a certain amount of time, we got to do that in like 2 days. We can't be dragging that on.
Well, listen, I'm a proponent of getting as much money to the charity as possible, but I will take the Brad approach because I don't ever want to see you in a Wonder Woman. So everybody get it to $14,999.
You
Say
should
what?
be paying for me not to be.
So you're gonna show up every day in a Wonder Woman suit as long as if we don't donate? Is that the threat?
I should strong arm you that way. You know, I mean, it's like one of those skippy cosplay.
It's like a reverse lasso of truth you got going on there. William.
Yeah, do a body paint version like some of the ones.
No, bad visuals, my friend. Bad visuals. Don't do this to us.
With that horror to get us where we need to be. So. All right, is everybody ready to go? Because I'm on the Warner Brothers.
The Duck is here, by the way. I don't know if he is, if he's joining us or not, but the Duck is in the chat. Clint.
Oh, he's got the.
And we got 2 Banes now. Count them, 2 Banes in the chat. Banes multiply as we speak.
We're not letting any Banes into the screenings. I don't care.
What if they're Patreons? You still going to tell them they can't?
Well, then they have to come in under their name. I would know who they are at that point. So if you're a Patreon and you come in, that immediately.
All right, from here on out, all listeners that are going to get Patreon, call yourself Bane on the Patreon. Overwhelm him. Multiverse of Bane.
No, I actually have. I think Patreon. You actually have because you're using credit card information. So
got it. So you know my secret identity, then, don't you? Ooh.
I have never looked for it.
Well, I don't. You've just given it away now. What?
I'm not going to do that. Hey, listen. If you have an alias and you told me you don't want to be outed, I'm not going to out you. I mean, I know a lot of people who have screen names that just want to have their screen name on there, and that's it. I mean, and that's what I call them by, unless they tell me something else. Well, if you're Spider-Man or if you're Fun, and that's the name that you want out there for privacy reasons. That's
Fun's actual person.
Even if I know, yeah, a lot of you guys, I do know your real names, but I'm not. That's just not. That's not your.
I know Brad's secret identity too.
Pretty sure it's Brad.
I'm not going to give it away, but I know what it is.
The funny thing about it is when he finally revealed himself. When he finally puts himself on screen, you're going to be like, okay, so why were you, but it's a preference thing. So,
I think Aaron's trying to get on the board. She just sent a little note to Brad here. I think.
I'll shoot you one. I'll shoot you one right now.
It's good to have Aaron on the panel.
I think you guys just have me blocked. So when I send you shit, it's like, oh, fuck that guy. Brad.
No, I mean, your stuff was working for me good this time, but like maybe a month or 2 ago, I was having trouble getting your links for whatever reason.
I'm on so many platforms right now. It used to be just 1 or 2. Now I'm on.
But you were like trying to push him through even when I was telling you in the chat, you're still trying to push it. It just wasn't coming. I don't know what it was about that. So.
All right, little movie perv. I don't know if you want to come on. Hey, he has that little dinosaur. Perp, dude, you're the creepiest guy to watch because you're talking and the dinosaur is talking with him. It's the weirdest.
He's not creepy. He's educational. He's showing you how raptors get down, right? Dude.
He's got his avatar, and it's talking with him, and it's like it's just weird. It's like
you should get one of those for Kermit. You should get one of those for Kermit the Frog, William. It would be.
I should get one for a Cookie Monster.
I just sent you the link, Aaron. And how's it going?
It's Larry coming on. And where's Fourth?
It's Fourth.
And where's Fourth?
Yeah, Fourth. Where are you? You can hear us through these internets. Show yourself.
He has the link. I sent him the link. So. Well, hold on. Okay, so we're in a cabin.
You got to put up the Fourth 1000. You got to put up the walrus signal, William.
She's in a cabin
in the woods.
She's out in the middle of nowhere.
Have you seen the pictures?
Yeah, I saw the pictures. Yeah. I saw all that water. Wonder what's going on out there.
It's washing away all the blood.
It's got a Godfather 2 Beto action going on out there. Is that what's happening?
Do you getting rain right now? Are you getting rain right now?
No, it's clear. It is beautiful. It's kind of cold actually for an April, but I'm all right with that.
I got last Saturday's rain at nighttime. It was excellent. The one you were complaining about, I got that later on that night. It was great.
Yeah, you can fucking keep all that shit.
No, see, I got fucking college students that race 24 hours a day out here. So when it rains, they shut their fucking cars off for fucking 10 minutes. I can actually sleep. Jeez.
But yeah,
Sorry,
what's up?
That's it. So are you actually on a college campus then?
I'm very close to a college campus. I've given a few hints just in this right now that you could pretty much pinpoint where I live.
You've actually said it before, but I didn't repeat it because I didn't know if that's what you meant.
No, I live on ASU's campus. I live very close to ASU. So the football stadium, I wake up in the morning, I see the football stadium. So
what's ASU?
Barney Haunted William confirmed.
Arizona State University, Aaron.
Oh, okay.
It's the party college in town. but I don't go to college right now, so it's not my part of college. But
he's just a Ted Bundy. He just stops.
No thanks. I just like I like it. I like the area here. I live in a beautiful city, William. It's like Vegas without all the disgusting things in Vegas. It's awesome.
Fun. Sorry, Fun had a good one here. Ruth went and killed the bear barehanded. Now he has it as a floor mat.
Ruth barely killed a bear with her bare hands, dude.
Thank you, guys.
As long as you didn't waste the meat, that's the bear meat.
I'm on the wine tonight, so it's all right. I can take it.
Hashtag fear Ruthie.
Have you seen a picture of a bear without any of its fur? It's crazy.
No, I've not.
Oh, wow.
Aaron,
don't you get wallabies out there?
Yes, we do.
Do you hunt them, or are they just pets?
Actually, yeah. Both kangaroos and wallabies, you can eat them.
Okay, let's start the movie.
What does a kangaroo burger? Hey, what does a kangaroo burger taste like, Aaron?
I haven't tried one.
Like sacrilege.
But
I've tried.
I have tried kangaroo, and it tastes really nice.
Aaron, you ate the national animal? Next thing you're going to tell me.
Hey, she had to get the spirit of Australia in her. She has to be a true Australian. She has to eat Australia.
Do they eat koala out there?
Koala has STD, so you want to chill on the koala.
Hey, listen, you sound surprised I asked, but you ate the kangaroo. Oh wow, dude.
I guess that means for us the bald eagle is fair game.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You can't even do that. You go to jail. It's like, if you harm a camel in the Middle East, it's $50,000.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we weren't allowed, dude. They block up the fucking street.
Have you been to the John Oliver Koala Chlamydia Clinic?
That's what I'm saying. Koala's got STDs, yo. Big time.
That
Big
guy.
No, I haven't.
And Little Movie Perp says, shout out to Howling 3 marsupials. Very very present topic. So
yeah, if you hit a camel in there, they'll charge the U.S. government and they'll take that shit out of your pay. Or if
have you ever had? Were you stationed out in the Middle East, or were you elsewhere?
Yeah,
in Persia?
And they're everywhere, and they spit.
Yes, I've heard.
They spit, and it's far.
So I'm taking it you haven't had roasted camel hump then before?
No, I don't have $50,000. But I had a weapon, and I wanted to shoot one. But
defenseless animals, William. Come on.
They see you, and they turn, and they just turn real quick, and it's like literally. You can't believe how far that thing can fucking spit until you're having to get the fuck out of it. And
do they spit as a deterrent, or do they just spit naturally? So how animals
they don't.
Okay.
If you're not riding them, they don't want you near them, and I don't want to be fucking near you anyway. But they stop in the middle of the road, and you can't do anything about it. So you'll be on the road, and they'll just stop, and then they'll like get down and lay down. I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me! And you can't drive off the road and that shit. That's like no go. So you could wait for this guy, and you're like at the guy with the camera, like, dude, move your fucking camel. He's like, I'm like, what do you mean you don't have any control? It's your animal. Get him out of there. And he's got like 6 or 7 of them, and they all want to stop in the middle of the street. And I'm like, wow, I wish I could just.
Daniel has experience with camel farts. He says they are pleasant. So
nothing about them. I'm sorry, nothing about a camel is pleasant. And once they spit, to me that's offensive action. I should be able. Geneva Convention. I should be able.
Well, the animals are exempt from the Geneva Convention. Larry also has a question to you, William, about riding camels. So you spent all that time out. Did you ever ride one?
No, I don't ever want to be. No, I didn't even want to be in the same country as one.
How are you going to start a nomadic merchant empire, dude, without camels? You ever thought of it that way?
You don't.
We have camels here in Australia too.
Oh, really?
We actually
see, William. That's a surprise.
Yeah, we breed them.
That's a surprise.
We breed them.
William wasn't ready for that.
And we export it to the Middle East.
Okay, I thought
we also have camel racing.
Okay.
Yeah, and they're for something that don't want to get the hell out of the way, they are very fast. They are faster than you think. Like I said, they have a lot of little secrets about them. And none of them are pleasant.
There's camel plastic surgery also.
What's up?
To get the hump straightened out?
They do plastic surgery on camel humps because they enter them into shows and they want their camels to have the best humps or something like that. I don't know.
I wouldn't doubt it. Oh, okay. All right. Well, let's start Wonder Woman because we're getting.
Well, we had it. Wait, we did. That was a good little camel talk we had. Does everybody like the camel talk? It was
Is
a
there
good camel
such a
talk.
thing?
We just did. We had a camel talk. It was good.
Oh wow!
All right. So I got my remote. I'm ready. You guys ready?
I think you're good to do the countdown, William. You've been killing it on countdowns for the last 2 weeks, so I think you got it.
It's 3 seconds, so I don't think it.
Hey, man, before 3 seconds was a huge challenge, bro. So you're growing. You're growing.
Yeah. All right. Everybody ready? 3.
Yes, sir.
Ready?
2, 1. There you go. Donate. Turn my sound down so we don't get. There we go.
This first part of this movie, when they're spending time in Themyscira, I really do enjoy the stunts on the horses. I think all that shit's really cool.
Yeah, I did too. Oh, by the way, did you see the Rat Pack logo there? Of course, that was Brett Ratner's. I remember reading a story because, of course, he got in some hot water, and I remember reading a story. I think it was for when they were getting ready to make Justice League or Wonder Woman 84 is one or the other. Once kind of all his stuff came out, basically Gull behind the scenes threatened to walk unless he was taken off of it, and they obliged.
There's a couple of Brett Ratner things we could talk about. We could talk about how Brett Ratner got X-Men 3 because he traded Superman Returns with Bryan Singer. Also, Brett Ratner, Rat Pack produced Justice League or BVS in this, but then Access Entertainment did that takeover, or that merger thing where they did before they did the WB music, and that's Justice League. That's why Justice League says Access Entertainment, but it's still Rat Pack, that division that produced it.
Yeah. I've been to the Louvre, by the way, so this is pretty.
Were you there when they were filming?
No. The Da Vinci Code. No, I wasn't there for that.
Yes, it was terrible.
So Spider-Man, what did the second key grip do?
The second key grip, actually, he got to take the time off because this was a more lax production, especially in the third act. I like this. I like this little flashback, or I like how this is framed as a flashback because of this part. I think it's.
What's
cool.
It's a framing device. It's a framing device.
And I think this is we had the issues that we had with BVS, but this is actually one of the things that tied into BVS pretty nicely with given the studio interference and the disaster of Justice League. So this and even Suicide Squad had the Amanda Waller part, but I think this was done a little bit better than the Amanda Waller part, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I hate that character so much.
What, Waller?
Waller?
Yeah.
Okay. Why is that?
She's a normal human, but all these superheroes kowtow to her, even in fantasy world, man. How does that happen?
Well, she's Machiavellian. She knows how to, she knows how to pull strings.
Yeah, she's got all their.
She has explosive. She has explosive planted in her brains.
That's for the Suicide Squad, but she's talking about how she keeps
talking about the Justice League
line,
and the Titans and all the other DC heroes.
I would say Argus does not have the amount of control that Shield has and Nick Fury has in Marvel and Ultimate Marvel that you see. Waller doesn't have that kind of control over the Justice League.
I want to see someone tell Superman what to do.
But yeah, I like all these little Themyscirian battle scenes.
The training they do at the beginning, yeah.
Because this does kind of open up that first part of Justice League with the Wonder Woman or the Themyscira with the Amazons.
With the.
But all this right here, where they're hanging off the horse and they're grabbing stuff and they're flipping and shooting arrows, all that shit's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I've also seen I've seen across social media because of course got the little girl playing the young Diana. And I don't know if I've seen anybody else has seen the kind of one of those collage images people have done where it has, Henry Cavill and Ben Affleck and Gal Gadot and all the heroes as adults, but then it has right next to them all of them as kids. And I think the only one we haven't seen that is Cyborg as a kid. Mm-hmm. Or I guess
he's so close to his childhood. He's maybe fresh out of high school when that starts.
Yeah, he's about 20 years old, and he's quite.
Oh, young. I didn't realize. Okay.
Yeah, it'll say it says when he died. Well, although timeline maybe is a little bit thrown off by how late the movie ended up coming out, but But
So,
yeah, he's
Brad,
also-
do you feel an impending sense of dread?
for what?
Oh,
Scary Movie 5.
Yeah.
guys, I'm just
Yeah,
going to say something. Obviously, just
What's
to interrupt it, right? So I feel as if we've put this poor guy through the mill. And I just think next week it might be nice to do the raid too, just so that we
Oh,
can,
I
you know, like,
agree. I agree
give a
wholeheartedly.
little back.
You know what? It pains me.
Yeah,
to
I
do
agree.
this
No,
to
no, I
Ruth,
agree.
but,
Ruth is 100% right. No, Ruth is
yeah,
right.
and we don't
Ruth is
need
being
to hear
nice.
that
Don't
kind of
make her
noise
regret
from
it, Brad.
Joe. That guy that kind of noise doesn't get our totals up, so I don't know if that's impossible. I mean, Brad's suffering has been monetized. I mean, why if it's not broke? Why fix it?
Spoken like a true businessman.
William, I'm crying now inside.
I mean, where are we at right
William,
now? Hold on.
William, if that were true, why didn't we raise anything for Meet the Spartans? Okay, checkmate.
But we have
See,
one of your
it's a-
movies on, which you were fanboying out. We didn't raise anything that day too, so you know.
No, we raised money
But
that
we
day.
more times than not. Hold on, more times than not. Your favorite movies, like you know,
No,
the
'cause
scary
they're
movies.
And we raised like over $5,000 on the day we did the raid, right? I'm just saying.
Yeah,
No.
that was
Well, yeah, but that wasn't the
yeah,
reason
that was
why.
that was the
That
day
wasn't
that we
why.
that was the day we crossed the initial 5,000 goal.
Yeah, we also did Zack Snyder's Justice League, if I can recall.
So that is that Root's point is well taken. So it's like we're putting all this spoof nonsense to bed for good after tonight, and we're getting back to
like I
actual.
said, we get a pledge. We get we get to.
If we get to 80 billion tonight, then we will do another spoof movie. But that's the only I will not agree to a spoof movie again under it's but that.
So really, what he's saying, Brad, is obviously
Okay, no spoof
you'll have to
movies,
pay-
Bridesmaids.
You'll have to pay.
Yeah,
to
yeah,
watch the raid, basically.
Say again, Ruth.
You'll have to pay to watch the raid if you want to watch the raid, basically.
No, we're putting some like actual like something that somebody just that's not dribbled out. And okay, we're watching like actual filmmaking.
What do you think about this this version of the flashback?
Oh, I love it.
I know we've seen.
I love
We got
the
the
gods. Yeah, I
the-
love it. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
kind of a mix between what we get in Justice League. We get the mural, and then we get the actual flashback. This is kind of like a painting,
Yeah.
a live action painting kind of deal.
Well, it's also kind of like Man of Steel with the the kind of the history of Krypton that Jarrell. Now
I do like the style
also
of this though, like how.
Yeah,
how
I
they
do
it.
too.
It's pretty cool.
Well, one thing also that I thought with and maybe we kind of see it a little bit right here, but one thing that I thought maybe Aquaman was going to sort of dovetail off on this wasn't like a deal breaker, but I thought it was because of course with with this tying into the Amazons, the emphasis is on Zeus and Apollo, gods like that. But with Aquaman, I thought they would kind of tie a little bit back to this, and they would show.
They're very careful not. They're always careful about not tying Poseidon to Aquaman. You ever notice that?
Yeah,
like the Atlantic. Yeah, they'll call somebody the nameless Atlantic King before they say Poseidon has something.
Yeah,
to do with
yeah.
it. Because I don't think they want people to scale the Atlanteans' power with the power of the gods. I think they don't want there to be a confusion.
I want to see Aquaman riding on dolphins.
No more seahorses?
No, I want one request, and that is to have sharks with freaking laser beams attached to their head.
Freaking lasers.
Oh, right, those are
freaking sharks with freaking laser beams.
actually, both Aquaman movies actually do have that. So. yeah. This is pretty cool though. The flashback here. What's that, Ruth?
Can I just ask a question? Obviously, just going back to a tweet that you sent a couple of weeks ago, it might have been a week or so ago, and not to get into the politics of the tweet. Do you think we will ever get another Wonder Woman movie or not?
Oh, and I assume what was that I tweeted? Because you might need to refresh my memory.
It was just obviously about the the politics of the actual actor. And sort of things that.
Well, yeah, because that's and I don't want to get too far into the story in the stream, but I mean, obviously, it's kind of a touchy issue right now with certain real world events and how I've said she's kind of I think she's in kind of an unfair tight spot because of her or connection to that. Let's say Gal Gadot, but
well,
you know,
I think we got to be real careful though. I'm okay with it, but here's the thing though. Not everybody who lives in a certain country agrees with what's going on at the top of the country.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
And so I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. And every person in every country has a right to an opinion.
Well, at this point, she's not a politician or a general, so right.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, she's not running the country. Yes, she served in the Israeli military as they are conscripted at the age of 18.
Conscripted, yeah.
2 years of service. So I'm, you know what, and like I said, if she should be able to, have her opinion and make her movies. I don't think there's a problem. There's a lot of people.
There are people.
Opinion. Yeah.
Go ahead, Aaron.
So
that's right. Don't forget also all the members of BTS. They have to serve in their country's military.
Oh yeah, South Korea has a conscription as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not.
I think most countries have conscription.
Yeah, except for Uncle Sam, because it's all voluntary, baby. The best military in the world.
Yeah, but
1%.
Yeah, half the members already serving right now.
Yeah. So, but yeah, going back to your question, Ruth. That's obviously, I think probably the big, sort of thing that complicates that is what James Gunn and the DCU and DC Studios are doing right now. So, I kind of put that sort of, as far as like another Wonder Woman movie, I'm kind of at a point, I sort of put that right now in the same category as I do what everybody asking for, the remainder of the Justice League arc, the whole resolve, sell, finish, whatever. I kind of group all that together now, where it's like, if you want to see that finished or completed, it's kind of almost a package deal at this point. That's kind of the way I look at it.
I would maybe to kind of add on that. The version that we want to see, whether or not she comes back, that's definitely like how Brad says it. Whether or not we see Wonder Woman in the future, I think it's an inevitability, but how long it takes and who it's going to be or what's the circumstances, that's all going to be in the air. But that's one of DC's most valuable properties. On top of that, when they actually finally did make this movie, it was a hit, right? Yeah. So I mean,
well, not only that, it was and not only that, it was the hit where it's like all the I'm going to use the word like what's the best word? Actually, all the, let's say the detractors were saying this was the only good DC connected universe at the time. Yeah, and
people with a different preference, let's say.
and they went out of their way.
Yeah, they were more. They were ass.
Oh, they
Samir thinks it's the best movie along with Man of Steel as far as DCU in general.
Listen, they went out of their way at the time to say it's like the only parts they didn't like in this were the parts that that Zach had a kind of his fingerprints are the most prominent on it. Okay, yes, yeah. Here's
which is everything. He
exactly.
casted her. He's executive producer. The movie doesn't get made. He helped write the script. Yeah, like I said, that's when you just got to start tuning people out if you want to have some fun.
Connie Nielsen's in Gladiator, which is timely because we got Gladiator 2 coming up soon, right? So she,
yeah, she still hasn't aged. So there you go.
I don't. Are they still doing? Isn't that take place? I don't know too much about it, but doesn't it take place in the future or something like this? Like further in the future, like 25.
Yeah, she's still there. She's cast.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah, because she had a kid that's grown up. That's
Yeah, this is a pretty great fight scene.
This whole, like I'm saying, this whole part right here on Themyscira, Brad, all of it's pretty cool as far as like everything you get. Even when she's just shooting the arrows off to the sides, it looks good,
What do you guys think also of like Connie Nielsen and the other because of course they're all putting on an accent because they have to sound like Gaul, so they put on like a Mediterranean accent. But I think I remember one. I didn't necessarily agree with this, but I mean one comment I'd seen at the time said they almost kind of sounded the other Amazons almost sounded kind of Transylvanian compared to
now we might notice it. When it comes to Gal's accent, it's tough because it does kind of take you out when you're watching other stuff. It takes you out of things. So what I try to do is I try to let it be what it is in the story and kind of let it blend in the story as best as possible and enjoy it for what I got.
By the way, that was our first bracelet clang there, by the way.
I think I think Gal Gadot can speak like 8 different languages or something.
Yeah. No. What we were told that her English is so bad that Joss Whedon couldn't. There was a language barrier between them. So I don't know what you're talking about there, Aaron.
It sounds like the guy says a lot of stuff to conveniently make himself look good, and it all backfired.
Yeah.
So the blame game backfired on him.
It's
no, Larry. I don't want to say it bothers me. I'm just saying it's like when you like watch it in BVS, her accent is so much thicker than everybody else's in the movie. It's like a you got to get kind of adapted and acclimated to it. So I really don't try to focus on it. I try to blend it in with the rest of what I'm hearing. So I try not to I don't know, compare her accent if that makes sense. So.
And plus, you don't really know what ancient Greek sounded like.
Exactly.
Back then.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You hate other languages in Spider-Man. Admit it. You hate them.
Yeah. But
Why?
To highlight
statement.
To highlight Larry's comment here.
I'm an English supremacist. Is that what it is, Larry or Clint?
To highlight Larry's comment right there, it's like it's that's another thing that kind of makes this a little bit. Knowing what we know now makes this a little bit kind of surreal. Going back and watching the first Wonder Woman now, is the fact that this movie came out at the time that the Justice League reshoots were happening. So, while Gal is getting all the praise and accolades, and
for this movie she's going through.
For this movie, she's going through all kinds of Joss treating her and everybody else like garbage, and she's having to report to HR. It's like, this guy's making threats to me, but they have to, I mean, that's the thing about it that really just makes my stomach turn when I think about that period. I mean, just imagine being the cast back then, and you have to go on the Justice League press tour, and you have to say, you have to just regurgitate all that bullshit, saying, "Oh yeah, Joss was he was just getting it over the finish line, and he was the perfect guy for the job, and we all think he's great." And I mean, just imagine how much you were having to just bottle up being the cast during that period.
Just with that idea in general, just the idea that you kind of started with. Think of how much these actors and people that work on these movies must get abused for the sake of a connected universe, because there's so much writing. It's just more than one movie. If somebody's upset and it can mess the whole machine up, right? So you wonder how much they really get away with mistreating these people. You know what I'm saying?
All they do is look at their bank accounts and go,
and I'll be okay. But not everybody's getting paid like Gal Gadot and Henry. There's other people that show up in a few of these movies that are not getting paid maybe as much, right? Yeah. Besides, I think Henry Cavill only made like $500,000 or something for the first
for Man of Steel.
Movie
I'd like to make $500,000.
I was saying not only, right? But still, that's by comparison to the other actors.
Yeah. This is cool. This is cool here with the invisibility curtain, them discovering that, and that's like coming back out of it. That's
guys. There's somebody called David in the chat. He's trying to he's asking if we do this on Twitch. Obviously, with me being in the UK, whereabouts are you guys streaming this movie, please?
I'm watching it on Max, but I also think it's on Netflix here in the States.
It's on Netflix here in Australia as well.
Okay.
I got a name. I own it on Amazon, so that's how I pulled it up.
And then we used to do Twitch, right, William? We're not doing that anymore, or? All right, he's probably with a customer, but we previously were doing things on Twitch. I don't know what happened with that.
Basically, if you can get it online, like from Netflix or Max, you get it. But if you couldn't do that, that's when we did it on Twitch or whatever.
Okay, understood.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Like we did with Blade Runner.
Yeah, that was on Twitch.
And Howard the Duck.
Yeah. It's how Ruth discovered us, was Howard the Duck.
Chappie's trying to get everybody pissed in unison for the charity.
With crap like this.
Chappie's being the contrarian that we need him to be. You know what I mean? If we didn't have Chappie here, this channel would be a lot less interesting. So,
put up or shut up.
Well, is Chappie still saying he wants to watch Bridesmaids?
Yeah, but it doesn't mean it's going to happen.
I think I could talk William into it.
Yeah, it doesn't mean you're going to talk me into it, and I'm half of the equation. So.
Don't you want to do it for charity, Brad?
Yeah, okay. Like I said, I stipulated, get us to $80 billion in a day. I will do it. I
not
gave you
saying
$1.
we watch the entire
I gave you
scary
$1
movie,
amount.
or
Hey,
even
there you go.
or even
And you not raise that much?
I cannot raise that much.
Well, that's on you then.
Samir's just turned around and said Constantine will be a good movie.
You know,
that'd
Brad,
be-
I
I
actually
could
felt
second
sorry
that.
for you going through
Yeah,
these
me
scary
too.
movies. Now I may not be so sad.
Well, I mean, okay, but you put me through so much pain, you guys. So it's like I'm a broken man. So it's like I can't feel anything anymore. That's why.
And what did Alfred say about being broken and falling down, Brad? Why do we fall down, Master Wayne? So we can pick ourselves
donate to
back up.
charities like this.
Is that that's Sam?
Ruthie, how was my Michael Caine? Did it suck or was it good?
I think you need to do it again. Let's listen to it, Spidey, please.
Later on. I'll pop it out later on. I don't want to wear it out.
Okay, then.
Are you a Monty Python fan, Brad?
So.
Bane heard the word broken, William. He's curious.
Yeah, that's right, Daniel. He even said that that what was it, that wrestler that's now suing not wrestler but MMA fighter that's now suing Disney. Now,
Gina Carano.
Gina Carano.
Yeah. He even said that Gina Carano should have been cast.
Oh yeah, there
Now
was
he-
talk at the time about that. I think it was like a fan campaign to. But yes, I mean, I was.
Somebody's paying for her lawsuit, right? Because isn't somebody paying for her lawsuit?
Yeah,
for her to waste that kind of
Elon
money?
is. Elon
Okay,
is
he's got
paying
money
for
to
a
waste
lawsuit.
because they're gonna throw that shit out of court and charge them for that.
Yeah, and now look at what he's now he has like egg on his face now because he did that video where he tagged Gina Carano and that, saying that she was a bad actress and that, but several years ago he was the one that was campaigning for it to be Wonder Woman.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
He
got really angry at the fact that Gal Gadot was cast, not Gina.
Yeah.
It's
The
very
more I
hypocritical.
dig into, I'd rather not. He's a banned topic because you can't talk about Elon Musk without getting into some really fucked up shit. So
I'm gonna make the contention that this scene right here is a better action scene than the climax of the movie is. Way better.
The opening.
I think I think just this last fight scene on the beach. I think all the horse stunts and they didn't do the Zack Snyder slow mo, but there was still a version of slow mo.
Well, no, they did a little bit with the bullet at the beginning, and then the way some of the Amazons kind of somersault off of their horses.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't talking about Elon. I was talking about what Daniel said. The person that Daniel's saying. I'm not going to try to say his name here on the stream.
Okay, but yeah, you're
As well.
footing the bill.
Yeah.
I
I was
know
trying
what
to
you're talking
allude.
about.
Yeah, I was trying to allude, not out saying his name. I'm trying to be respectful.
I would quite like one of these.
Boy, you're in the wrong crowd.
She's trying to be a leader and set a tone, Clint. She's trying to lead by example.
No, I'm trying to be respectful to William and his channel by not saying another YouTuber's name.
Oh, okay. I know. Okay, yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah,
Ruthie's trying to show us the way, huh?
Yeah, she's trying to show us the way to. Well, no, Aaron's trying. Well, both of them are trying to show us the way, and then when you talk about Ruth, she's trying to show us the way to the raid too. Yeah.
This is what Denny Villeneuve's next movie is going to be, or one of his next movies is going to be.
Yeah, I heard that, William. That was announced with Dune 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Fun's hoping if we're going to get this Amazon series that it's as good as what we see with the Amazons and the scene right here. So, if we're going to get it, it would be cool to see more like this. I agree.
Actually, the thing I like about this, the first time they used the lasso around Steve Trevor, is that when he's they kind of the way it's portrayed when he starts like giving answers, it's kind of implied that there's like a component of like it heats up whenever somebody's trying.
It adds a pressure or a pain or something, right?
Yeah. And there's like some kind of like Pavlovian connection your mind makes where it's like, okay, it's like I'm experiencing this pain because I'm withholding the truth, and the pain will stop when I tell.
Yeah, it's probably even faster than Pavlov's dog if this thing is really making you suffer too, right? So
yeah.
You're learning real quick.
The next series I'm looking forward to is The Rings of Power season 2.
Okay. When is the Riders of Rohirrim show start? Clint, you know?
I haven't been following it. I don't really follow stuff like you guys do. It's not my obsession,
Gotcha.
but I really enjoy the stories and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I take offense, Brad, to you saying every Tolkien fan is a Tolkien expert. Bullshit.
Really?
How much shit do you talk about every the raid and
Yeah,
martial arts?
Yeah, but what's that got to do with Tolkien?
That's you calling the kettle black.
I didn't say that. I wasn't being disparaging when I said that every Tolkien fan I've ever met is a Tolkien scholar. That was a compliment. What the hell are you talking? I was trying to be I was trying to be very complimentary there.
You know, in this film, they used the wrong flag. They used the Turkish flag when they should have been using the Ottoman Empire flag.
Okay, so Ruth.
Do you think there's a reason behind that, Aaron? You think there's like or you think it was an honest mistake?
I think it's just a little bit of a mistake because the Republic of Turkey was only formed in 1923.
Mm-hmm.
It's an alternative history. So
I think also might have
true enough.
I think also
it
might have been like a little bit of like they're kind of acknowledging the fact that most of their audience is not going to be like World War I scholars, so they're trying to maybe just make history just simplify it a little bit, so they're like if they're using the Ottoman flag, they're maybe expecting some of their audience to be like, well, what does that mean? And so we don't even know what that is. So I think it's also, it might have been an intentional historical flub just to for the sake of not confusing their audience.
You also have to look at Dr. Poison here and just remember that she was probably going to be in the Legion of Doom on Justice League 4.
She wasn't probably going to be. She wasn't probably going to be. She was going to be.
So would her aging slow down? How are they going to explain that?
Yeah.
Or is there a reason why
yeah.
Maybe William knows. Is there a reason why Dr. Poison would have not aged between World War I and Justice League 2?
Basically aged a century. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Over a century, really. If it's even a 5-year time skip, it would have cleared the century right there. Oh, we got Rax in the house.
Yeah.
The poison makes her youthful.
Yeah. American flag had 48 stars. Yes, it did. Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, I have a degree in history, so when I'm looking at that, I'm like, ugh.
Well, then you're straightening it out for us because then we appreciate it. I get mad every time they mess up a comic book characterization or power in a movie. So if I can do that, then you can definitely straighten everybody out.
I have. This is my job. This is my job, but it's my dad's. But I get annoyed when I see the military salute done wrong in a movie. So anytime, like in BVS and Superman Funeral, when they get an army salute right, I always kind of tip my hat on that because it's like it like 99% of them they get how the salute is done incorrectly. As
Brad,
also,
I need you to do something for the chat. All right.
What's that?
We gotta get Forth here, and he's not here, so you gotta summon Forth. And the way we're gonna summon Forth,
I've just sent him a message.
Is try Forth try. You gotta say it, Brad. You gotta be the one.
Draw Forth draw. By the way, Forth.
All right.
Again,
he's coming.
80 billion tonight or no more spook movies.
That's the alert the queen lady right there to the pilot is right.
Yeah, exactly. Who I think also who was it? One of the Dora Milaje from Black Panther is I think also one of the Amazons in this. Her name escapes me right now though.
A lot of these movies are filmed in a lot of these studios do filming in Georgia, and
Marvel loves Georgia.
A lot of martial artists in Georgia end up being in the backgrounds. A lot of these movies that we're talking about.
Yeah. Let me look her up real quick because I know one of the. Her name is. I think it was Florence Kasumba. That was her name.
What's her name again?
Florence Kasumba. It was again the Dora Milaje. She is which one she was in Black Panther kind of escapes me, but I know she was one of the Amazons here too.
Okay. No, what were you saying, Ruth?
I was going to say they've done a right botch job of his arm here, haven't they? They've steri-stripped him, his arm all over the place.
Yeah. Oh, maybe right here. Maybe that's how Dr. Poison stays alive for 100 years. She goes into like this rejuvenation pool. They put Steve Trevor in. So.
Yeah, maybe she found the stuff with Themyscira. Samir said, "Will 80 billion pesos cover it?"
No, dollars. It's like.
And Daniel thinks that Fourth has been caught in plastics in the ocean because he's a walrus. So.
Yeah, Florence, because she's a senator and Wonder Woman. So she was IO and of the Dora Malaysian in Black Panther. But this was also coming up here when he's talking about the language between them. That was actually something I really kind of also really it was a kind of a little bit of attention to detail I like, because the Amazons, like what would their what would their default language be? It would be ancient Greek, right? And so Steve Trevor asked, like, how do you know English? And she says, we know hundreds of languages. So that was something I really liked, because whenever you see a lot of movies like Aliens like make this mistake a lot, where it's like the aliens will show up and they're speaking English and there's no
or they'll speak universal basic or something, like that's their excuse for it. Everybody speaks a basic language.
Yeah. Or they'll do like the Simpsons, where Kang and Kodo say it's like, oh, our languages by some coincidence are exactly the same. So,
yeah.
The reason they're speaking English is because Americans hate reading.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that is true. But yeah, that was kind of a nice little attention to detail I really did like here. It's kind of similar when Man of Steel, when General Zod puts out the broadcast, and it's like you see it, being it's
all
not
the different
English,
languages. That was
it's
a nice
every
touch.
human language. Yeah. So yeah, he says, right, how do you speak English? So well, we speak hundreds of languages.
Still cool that, like you said, they took the aside to at least try to give an explanation without, just to add to the suspension of disbelief and not take away from it, I guess, right? So
yeah.
English is a terrible language.
Okay, that's how you feel, man.
Okay, let me explain to you, Brad. 2, 2, and 2. I just said three different words.
There, and there.
Oh.
There. Bass and bass. They're spelled exactly the same. One's a fish, one's a guitar.
Your and your.
Yeah. It's a terrible language.
Okay, I didn't make it. That's just.
Yeah, Aaron English.
Yeah. I didn't make it, so it's like, I just speak it.
Yes, Brad, I accused you of creating the English language.
Oh, well, yeah. So is this like the ultimate blame Brad? Is that really everybody saying?
Yeah. Blame Brad in the time stream. Thanks to William Kang Powell.
Well, the thing is, with the English language, it's forever evolving. That's why everybody in the world has to have English as one of their languages.
Yeah.
Well, if you look at the words that being added in the English dictionary.
I thought everybody speaks English because English is the lingua franca. So as long as America has the might of their dollar, then everybody will be speaking English. But as soon as the next big economy takes over, be it the Chinese or the Romans, we'll be speaking whatever they speak in their country, or we'll at least have to learn, or that's what the trade language will be. So
yeah, I doubt it. Look at the Chinese economy now; it's flailing.
I'm not discussing whether or not China. I just use that as an example. Whatever the next major power of the world comes to be in our time or the next, that's the language. Whatever money's being spent predominantly, that language will always be prevalent. That means lingua franca. It comes from when France had that power in Europe.
Look at that! Just leaps right across that cliff and climbing up the wall. Yeah, this is that's kind of like a preview to the No Man's Land, because people were just going crazy in No Man's Land when this movie first came out.
Yeah.
So I've just looked up the 12 weirdest words, and obviously in the English dictionary.
Yes.
And one of them's floob. flube.
Flube? I don't know what that is.
What?
And then you've also got. Hold on a minute.
Can you spell that?
Oh, we just, by the way,
Spidey,
we just
I'm not going down that route.
we just got a donation for $50 from Wonder. We had Baines, we had Wonder Tra for $50.
Wonder Tra.
Yeah,
Nice.
I don't
Can
know
you
what
pull it
the,
up
I
on
don't know
the?
what. Yeah, I don't know what this Tra thing is all about, but it's like it's spreading. It seems.
It means the goat. It's the sci-fi goat. That's what it is.
Yeah,
Okay.
basically. That's what you
You
want
hear
to
that,
be,
William?
The trauma flow.
Let me pull that up. Come on.
You have.
There we go. Yeah, see it from Wonder Tra.
Try woman. Wonder try woman. Wonder try woman.
As you pull that and put the back up there.
Wonder Woman was Hulk jumping in this movie. Do you guys like flying in the Flash or no? She doesn't fly, Daniel. She glides on wind currents or uses her invisible jet.
Yeah. Which that was actually something I did like in Wonder Woman 84 when the way they brought in the invisible jet. That was actually pretty well implemented, I thought. The invisible jet. I mean, whatever other issues might have with 84, it's like, I actually thought that was pretty well handled. Was the invisible jet?
Fun says you need to get in the try or be left behind, and I'd have to agree. I'd have to wholeheartedly agree. Now, where the hell is Fourth at?
Yeah,
and how do we spell flube?
All right, so I've looked it up, obviously to be safe, right? So flube is spelled FLUB, and it means to botch or to bungle something.
Oh, so that was their mindset when every time they made a scary movie, right? They flubed them over and over and over. In fact, they intentionally flubed them over and over.
Okay.
Looks like there's a new hashtag in the chat, Brad. You want to pull it up?
What's that, Aaron?
Okay, minus Ruth because she knows the answer. How do you spell color?
How do I spell what?
Color.
Kala?
Color like do you spell color like honor or do you spell color like color?
Oh.
How do you spell honor, Brad?
Well, there's a trick here. I know. Okay, over here it's HONOR, and in UK, Australia, it's HON. It's HONOUR.
That doesn't answer the question of how you spell color, dude. What are you sitting here spelling honor for? Did you hear Aaron ask you a question?
Well, you just asked me about honor.
I'm just
and color is the same thing. It's COLOR here, and then internationally COLOUR.
Yes.
Yeah, that's correct.
Correct.
This is one hell of a English class.
And the last thing is correct. It's always going to have a U.
Man, we need to lay off Brad. He's acting like a wounded animal now, man. I know I'm walking into the trap, but it's...
Daniel thinks...
when it comes to the English language, we have to refer to Ruth because she speaks the King's/Queen's English.
Yep,
she's the scholar of it all.
But just remember, I'm a Geordie, so it's a bit, it's probably a bit off key the way that I speak the King's English language.
See, we come from the colonies.
Yeah. Queen, king, there ain't no such thing. Ain't no one better than me, and I ain't better than no one. There ain't no one more majestic.
That's the American way, man.
So, big moment here where she has to depart her people for good, and that's actually the other thing I really dug.
Did we get on the boat yet?
Yeah, she's on the boat right now. That's the other thing I really dug is how much they really show the contrast of Diana's like her perspective, because she's very naive at this stage that we're seeing her at, where she thinks I could just sail off and just take out Ares and everything will be fine. And this whole movie is about her just learning about just how gray all of this is. And we you kind of find out Ares that he's pulling some strings, but like defeating him alone isn't going to do it. So Gaul she actually she actually has a lot more range than I think she gets credit for, and because in this movie she's almost like a teenager with her personality, where she's leaving Themyscira with all this just
You say that, but it also
all
contrasts with her with what she actually knows. Like she is naive, like you say, but they play with that naivete because she's also more knowledgeable than him about a lot of stuff we're going to find out.
Yeah.
She's book smart, but not street smart.
Yeah, in a way, yeah.
That's actually a pretty good way to put it. Yeah, because
that's right.
Because she's leaving with like all this enthusiasm. She's like a kid, like leaving home for the first.
She's
time.
5,000 years old as well, so she's got more experience than any human ever, and she's still a kid. And then also, just a little side note: this is the scene that Zach claims he added his little piece of writing into with the dialogue here. Oh. So he part of their conversation here.
Gotcha.
That boat looks so comfortable.
Yeah, sailing across the Atlantic. In fact, that was actually one thing I kind of wondered the first time I saw this movie, because they're, you presumably Themyscira is like pretty close to Greece, so, and they're getting to England. So, how long did it take them to get there? I kind of wonder, because they have to sail across, they have to sail around the European continent.
Yeah. Well, in 1984, they went halfway across the world in 1 hour.
Well, yeah, but that's different because that movie is like operating on logic they just pull out of their ass.
On spaghetti timeline logic. That's what that is, That's what I told you, Brad. I told you the spaghetti works just fine. Let it be what it is. The spaghetti is great.
But anyway, going back to with Diana's arc it's almost like an analogy. The way they portray her between this and what we see of her in BVS and what we eventually see of her in Zack Snyder's Justice League is like here she's almost like a kid who's like leaving home for the first time, and she's got all this enthusiasm and optimism, and thinks that she's going to go out and change the world, and like nothing is everybody's telling her all these challenges that lie in front of her, and she's really downplaying a lot of that because she thinks she's, like you said, she's book smart, she's not street smart, so she thinks she's prepared for anything, and then she doesn't. When we see her again in the next couple of movies, it's it's not that she's jaded, but she's learned, she's evolved, she's matured, she's
had her experience in man's world.
Yeah, so she's gotten street smart. That's the way to put it. So,
Dad, can you just check out Chappie's last?
Oh yeah, looks like we might have a donation.
Oh, you donated? Chappie donated $1,000, or somebody donated $1,000. Let me go refresh it.
100.
Yeah. Oh, Tony, he wants to do a Justice League watch along so bad.
Hey, he put up Clint. You called him out, and
Chappie,
he did it.
Chappie, what is it with you that's like all the watch alongs you wanted us to do are for movies that are terrible?
Because Chappie has a way that he brings experience to the Sci-Fi Center, right? I don't like Terminator Salvation. Chappie is my opposite, so it always gets brought up in question. So he's going to bring up the Justice League so we can talk about how much more we appreciate their other one, and he can dump on it without ruining it.
I will say, like with that, like the only, since we got the real movie out, which has now been 3 years, and I've lost count of how many times I've seen it, which, God, that's so just, compared to where we were in 2018, that's just so freeing to say that. I will say that, the line here, the little conversation about you refer to reproductive biology.
Yeah, this is the spot that Zach was talking about.
Yeah, well, it's a question. It's like, okay, it's like there's nothing but women here. It's like, how you guys? How are you still around? So,
and that right there shows you got the Steve Trevor mind. So that's why the movie's giving us the frame.
But at least, Brad, he's asking for a non-spoof movie.
Well, you could.
That's debatable. That's debatable, right there.
You could argue. You could argue in a very sick, twisted way. Justice League is kind of a spoof of Justice League.
It's a pre-movie spoof. It's an insult for sure. But
it's a spoof of Malice. Going back to what I was saying a minute ago. Ever since we got the real movie out, I've said it's like the only circumstance I can see myself ever watching Justice League again, it would be for like a riff tracks kind of thing. So it's like, okay, I might be more amenable to that than I would more spoof movies. So I'll say that.
You can see how many. We can count how many times Batman is in shape and out of shape.
You know,
in the reshoots.
or
whether or not
the
Aquaman's contacts are in, or whether or
the
not
mustache, the
yeah,
mustache.
or we can count how many times they changed the saturation of the movie to make it like blindingly bright and red somehow.
How's it going, Phil? And you
what's going on, Phil?
We're watching Wonder Woman, but Chappie has this he really wants to do like a watch party of Justice League, and because they put me through all the scary movie nonsense, so it's like it's again, I would be more amenable to that because that's one that's like, I mean, everybody it's finds it cathartic now to just dive on that monstrosity. And one thing that Zach is also of course, anyways, heard him talk about it. He's been very, very emphatic. He has not seen that version of the movie. He has no plans to. I have seen it. I think it might have been like when it was coming out. When the Snyder Cut was coming out, he made a comment where, and I forget where this was. It was on a. Yeah, don't quote me on this, guys. To be clear, I just vaguely remember something along the lines of he had said, now that my movie is coming out, I might, actually see what they, did do it, in my absence. But I don't know. I'm kind of a mindset. It's like, don't put yourself through that. I mean, it's like because that's like, I mean, just the betrayal that represents to like people who worked with him for so long and what they did to it during such a horrible period of his life. It's like, no, I kind of want to.
You guys talking about 2017, which Chappie just dropped $100.
That's right.
I saw it right now.
Yeah. Yep. Hey, William, I got a question for you now that you. Go ahead, Aaron.
They sodomized that movie.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a good way to put it.
That's not a visual I needed in my head.
So William, I had a question a little earlier, but you were gone. How would they explain in the saga here that Dr. Poison wouldn't age in 100 years by the time Justice League 2 would have happened? Is there an explanation for that?
Because she's in the whiteboard
that you're aware of?
She's part of the Legion of Doom. So yeah, I'm kind of curious about that myself, like how she would still be around a century later.
I mean, there's several characters. There's
like successors or something
in DC that they've already used. Yeah, that can decelerate her age or stop it altogether.
Well, who was going to be part of it? It was going to be it's Lex Luthor, it's Black Manta, it was Captain Cold, it was the Riddler, it was Dr. Poison, and I think there was one other, or that might have been all of them.
Who's running that version of the Doom? Who's running this version of it?
Lex Luthor.
Who's working for it? Okay, that's number one right there. For somebody you could have access to do something like that.
Who was that?
So,
who did you say?
Lex Luthor is the leader of that iteration of Legion of Doom.
Yeah, you could probably give him access to all kinds of technology that would allow for him to decelerate or retard their age.
Or heck, he brought back Zod and turned him into Doomsday, so he might try.
Yeah, he has.
And there's Kryptonian technology. Yeah, there's Kryptonian technology that can reverse the age.
They Matrix downloaded all that in his brain, so.
50,000 worlds worth.
Yeah.
So in less than an hour, William.
Say again?
I said in less than an hour, William. For WrestleMania, less than an hour.
Oh.
Yeah. The kick was going to happen. I got a couple of different screens up. So I'll be watching that and doing multitasking. So while we're doing Scream, I'll have
William is a regular Ozymandias with all the TVs.
Yeah, so you guys kind of like I said, this weekend is kind of just big. Yeah. What's up?
Are you guys going to be leaving us and watching wrestling?
Phil has one.
No, I'll be here. Yeah. The wrestling's right here.
Phil says, maybe she hit up the the Lazarus
this is actually pretty good here, Phil. Maybe she found the Lazarus pit. Yeah, that's actually pretty. I could see that. I could absolutely see that.
There you go. Dude, you can use that damn Lazarus pit for just about anything you want to.
Yeah.
Bring back. We're going to do all that. I mean, we might as well get the Zack Snyder iteration of Ra's al Ghul, right? Maybe that would have been.
Yeah,
cool
too, right? I know you don't like to talk about this, but in the Arrowverse, they used it all the time.
Yeah. But here, everybody watching along. We're now at the part where Diana first meets Etta Candy.
I absolutely love these.
All right, we are at 10,550. So
yeah, just Chappie donated $100 a minute ago.
Yep.
So, yeah, I have two films. Like that never occurred to me. So that's a good catch. That's a good catch with the Lazarus Pit, man. I cannot believe I didn't think of that before. This is pretty funny when she's like trying all the outfits and she's completely. It's like how could I kick somebody in the face when I got this on, and she could still kick head level there.
You know, after this film, Lucy Davis has become one of my favorite actresses.
Yeah, what's she been up to? Because I think this is the first thing I'd ever seen her in. So what else has she been up to lately?
Oh, she was on the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina.
Oh yeah, I think I remember hearing about that. Yeah.
She was one of the aunts, and she was freaking amazing in that too.
She was supposed to be in the Raid 3, but it didn't get made.
That wasn't me, William. That was Spider-Man. Of course, Diana's still there, and Steve Trevor. He has a kind of settles on this kind of Eddie Valiant outfit. I thought that was kind of. I always thought it would seeing his.
That's what all the comic book characters when the comics were out were looking like. That
was the first thing that sprung to my mind was Eddie Valiant from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. And she's gonna come out there with her sword or shield. That's what I'm talking about. It's like.
And I think she also was on Shaun of the Dead.
Oh, she was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I just ask a question? Has anybody seen Scary Movie 5 yet?
I have not.
I haven't.
No, I haven't either. No, I haven't.
We got some. Hey, Brad, you got to make sure to get the uncut version. You can't be shorting us. You shorted us twice. We might have to rewatch those movies as uncut.
Short shit. It's like I am getting. It's like I
am
getting this.
Well, it depends on what's available on streaming. Because on Netflix, it probably has the normal version.
Yeah, and I am not. It's like, and I showed you guys that clip last night too. It's like it's like no. We're not mentioning any more Scary Movie during this awesome DC, because that's how we've been doing it throughout all of this. It's like it's been we played this. It's Man of Steel, BBS, ZSGL, and Wonder Woman. Now it's like we play each time with this whole marathon of this whole horrible series. We have played one of the best superhero movies of all time first. And then after that, we played the terrible spoof movie, and it should be
because we were doing Zach's favorite thing. We started with Justice League so we could deconstruct the saga, because like Zach's a deconstructionist. We Watchmen the fuck out of Justice League, dude. Come on now.
Oh, we went for like 8 hours on that.
There's the dread, Brad, I was waiting for.
Okay, no more Wonder Woman, or no more Scary Movie. We're on Wonder Woman now, and
you're acting like a real floob out here, Brad. You know that?
If that makes me like no more Scary Movie right now, especially because we got the because I'm wondering how I think probably most people caught this when that this is Superman 78 tribute here where they're getting accosted in the alley here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, especially when she reaches out and blocks the bullet with her bracelet.
She flips the script on him. Yeah.
No, because I totally I saw it in the trailer the first time. I immediately picked up on that's him catching the bullet in 78. Yep, right there.
Daniel has a way for you to look at everything, Brad.
No. It's like eating a 4-course dinner and then having a plate of dog shit right after.
Where in this house, a secret.
Is this Brad or is this William doing this?
No,
who's playing
Brad.
this?
It's got to be William.
Yeah, you guys have fun with that.
William gets a kick out of your pain too, Brad. That's what that's telling us.
You guys go ahead. I'm enjoying this kick-ass entertainment of this amazing warrior woman with her lasso and her sword taking down these
supernatural
muggers here.
This is like a bonus feature for Clint.
In this house.
This is Brad. This
Mother
like
isn't
the
here with
starter,
us
isn't
here.
it?
I'd like to leave a
Just getting
message. I'll be
set for the
sure
main
that she
meal.
gets it.
Yes, Mom, will you get out of there, please?
This
you
was
later,
4. This was part
Mrs.
4.
Every day,
Something going on in this house.
After we finish the
Professor.
preview 4, we
grow
got to see the preview
stronger.
5 for you.
You want a piece of me? How do you like that little pussy?
Yes. Anyway, everybody. Right now, Diana's going into the House of Lords right
But
now,
at night,
and she sees Aries, but she doesn't realize it because this is all like watching this amazing masterpiece that is Wonder Woman
Oh my
compared
God.
to
I've
the
just gotten
crud
really
that they were just playing.
distracted.
You know, Brad, the clip you showed last night, one of your major complaints about the previous scary movies is they had nothing to do with horror movies. But the clip you showed last night had everything to do with horror
Banned
movies.
topic while we're watching Wonder Woman. Okay? Banned topic. That's the word. Okay, banned topic.
Daniel's Daniel's going in, Brad.
I'm not pulling it up. Banned topic.
Should I read it out then?
Please.
No, you shouldn't read them out.
Just
Unless they got something to do with Wonder
Sorry.
Woman or the Raid 2.
Brad, it's just the fun of it all. You know what I mean? It's every
There's
time
no fun
this
of it all.
happens-
There is zero fun of it all because they're all terrible. And
I don't
this
know,
is
Clint.
awesome.
You having fun?
This is awesome.
Oh.
This what we're watching right now. This is okay. One of the best. I mean, and might be because I was thinking about this the other day too. Because this is another topic. Is Wonder Woman when it came out? Of course, we'd had Supergirl, Elektra, and Catwoman previously. So with 3, female superheroes. They'd been in ensembles before, but we had 3 that had been solo, and they all sucked, and they all bombed. And Wonder Woman was both the one that was both the first successful one and the first well liked one. But I was thinking about it more, and the solo superheroine movies we've gotten subsequently, they actually I don't think any of them have come close to Wonder Woman quality wise because Wonder Woman 84, of course, everybody thought that was a big come down. Black Widow, I didn't think was I didn't hate it.
If her big action scene wasn't slamming her forehead into a desk to prove something, and then if they would have made the Taskmaster the actual Taskmaster, even if Tony Masters would have been a gender swap, and instead of Tony with a Y, it's Tony with an I, but you at least have him talking shit, I think you would have had a better movie on your hands, and then you release it after Civil War like they should have instead of after Avengers when she dies. So,
yeah,
well, it doesn't matter.
I didn't hate Black Widow, but
no, I didn't hate it either. I'm just saying you changed a few things in that movie, and you actually got a really good movie potentially on your hands. I think,
but it's not. But it's talking about like getting to the level of Wonder Woman. And I just didn't did that. And then what else? There were again female.
Yeah, I agree. It doesn't get to that Wonder
female
Woman
solo led. What else? I think the only other offhand I can. Is Captain Marvel and the Marvels. Captain Marvel, I did not like at all. I did not like.
Hey, surprise, surprise! Chappie both
is,
like Supergirl and Elektra's director's cut for his superheroine movie. So hey, a little variety for you right there.
Chappie, you got you have a hot take for hot takes. I mean.
So Phil's just asked me a question, and I don't
how many
know where
tattoos
this
you
is
have?
coming from. So I've got one tattoo, and it's 3 foot long.
3 feet, 3 foot long.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Oh,
so you got a meter long tattoo going on over there?
Yeah. Well, no. Well, what it is, it's like it's each one is like a little line of all the body she's got hidden. So that's why it's so long.
Ruth is Victor's ass.
What is this tattoo of that is that long? Is it like a snake?
Man, you got William's attention real quick. He stopped and cut a customer off and everything to find out.
It's basically a rose vine, and I've got a rose for every member of my family, and it's all the way from my back, like it covers half of my back, and it goes down to sort of my upper thigh.
Okay.
Damn.
Bad to the ass, yo. Bad to the ass. It's
And
very Ruth.
And each little thorn is somebody is one of the corpses she's got hidden there. But yeah, I didn't even see. I think I see that one there on your arm there, but I didn't even notice until Phil brought it up. But yeah, William, where would you stand on this? Because I was just bringing this point up a minute ago. where when this first came out, when the first Wonder Woman came out, it Daniel says "Tra tattoo." You guys are probably that's probably gonna be. You guys are probably gonna look at like that tattooed like on your forearm, like just the word "Tra."
What makes you think we already don't have Tra tattooed on us? All the people.
Oh
that
yeah, I
know
could
about
be.
Tra,
Yeah,
Tra it up.
maybe I'm selling it short there. But anyway, the point I was making a minute ago was when this first came out in 2017. Yeah, is because obviously we'd seen female characters part of superhero ensembles previously, and we have since. But as far as like solo female led superhero movies, the only three we had seen previously were Supergirl, were Catwoman, and Elektra, all of which are terrible and all of which bomb. This came out. It was
Catwoman has one of the greatest basketball scenes in history. What are you talking about?
So anyway, this came out, and it was the first female-led superhero movie that was a financial success and that was well received. And so obviously that was kind of seen as a big watershed moment. It's like, oh, we're gonna see that other female characters get this kind of treatment from DC and Marvel. And I was thinking more about this recently. It's like, I don't think any of them. I don't think a single one has risen to the level of the first Wonder Woman, because Wonder Woman 84, obviously, people, that's people got issues with that. Well, and then what were the other ones? Black Widow. I don't think Black Widow was terrible, but I just didn't think it was all that great. And then we had Captain Marvel and the Marvels. Captain Marvel, I think, is bland as hell. The Marvels is an improvement, but still not the level.
Your
of
answer
Wonder
is right
Woman.
there. Your answer is right
What's that?
there. It's continuity. It's the continuity.
I'm always telling you
a lot of, if it's going to be as successful as the continuity is. Those other movies, those earlier movies, were one-offs that weren't very good and didn't do very well. But as you got into the continuity, Black Widow was shown out of continuity. It was shown out of
continuity, right?
Yeah, but whereas the a movie that was really not that great with Captain Marvel was released in a continuity that people were already on board with. Same, even with Justice League out there, you already still had BVS, you already still had Man of Steel, and you still perceived Wonder Woman as being part of that same continuity. At least most laymen
bastardized BVS.
I think a lot of these
bastardized Justice League.
are going to be.
Okay. By the way, on the note,
he featured in Justice League. So.
What's going on, Taladia?
Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up?
Just watching Wonder Woman, chilling.
Hey,
She's getting up with her team.
Hey.
Yeah. Hey, how you doing? I thought you'd be supposed to be on holiday.
No, Ruth is.
She's committed. Man.
Yeah, I am committed.
You're committed.
100%. I am. I even downloaded the movies before I arrived. So.
Yeah, you asked me about that last because you said I guess your Wi-Fi was going to be a little bit shoddy where you're at.
Well, actually, I'm quite surprised that it's been quite good, because obviously I'm basically in the middle of in the middle of the lakes in England, so it's not great.
Lake, drag that lake. See what's in.
Watch this. Hey, watch this. William, who was Matt Murdock's dad fighting his last fight before he died? Who was his last fight before he died?
He has no idea.
I can't remember the name.
I know he knows who it is. I guarantee you, William knows who this is. I'll give you another clue. He becomes a different character later on. He's not important, but he becomes a powered up character later on.
He's not Bullet, was it?
No, Crusher Krill.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Crusher Krill is the dude that can touch anything and become yeah. What'd you say?
Oh, the Absorbing Man.
The Absorbing Man. Yeah, that's that's the Absorbing Man. It's Crusher Krill. That was the last fight that Matt Murdock's dad had before he got killed.
I love how they included the Indian troops in this movie, because they played a huge ass role in the First World War.
Oh, yes, they did.
Guys, I've got a question. Just to sort of put it to you guys. Has anybody else got any tattoos? Just need to know this. I don't know why.
Other than try, no, I got no tattoos other than try.
So you see in this scene, this is like the old British Empire coming together to get rid of the Ottoman Empire and that. It's beautiful.
Talati, are you following along? Are you following
Yeah.
along with us in the movie? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
I'm just trying to catch up to where I am because I had to go to the toilet. But what was the timestamp again?
Yeah, sure. I'm at on the movie. I'm about 104:39 or 104:40 in.
That's where I am as well.
Okay.
So what do you think of? I'm sure you've seen this movie a couple times, Talati. What are your thoughts on Wonder Woman?
I thought it's a very good story that told Wonder Woman to where she is right now. Like, it made the character popular basically, to a point where the UN embassy brought her in and made her an ambassador and whatnot.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And a lot of people chucked up a stink because of the fact that it was a fictional character.
Well, as Jared goes, fictional characters.
How do you like how it jibes or doesn't jibe so much with the DCEU? So how do you feel like it went with what we got?
I mean, I liked it for what it was, and for the fact that it really did kind of connect to the DCEU.
I think it does a pretty good job at it, especially giving us background on the Amazonians for what we see or later on.
Yeah.
And it gives, again, me and Brad and I, excuse me, we're talking about the using the flashback as the framing device. So you have, they did something that makes sense in the context of the movie, with still being able to flesh out Diana's story and why she made the decision not to intrude in a man's world affairs, right? So
Oh yeah, I just remembered WrestleMania's on in about half an hour too. So
yeah, I think Aaron brought that up. Yeah.
Oh,
Claudia, that doesn't mean that you can leave, mind you.
Stuck with us.
The inclusion of chemical warfare. See, after World War One, right?
Yeah.
That's when they decided to make sure chemical warfare was cut out of war, and it was deemed a war crime after that to use that.
Phil's pointing out to William's point that
as
Man
far
of
as the
Steel,
continuity.
BVS, Wonder Woman, Suicide Squad, Justice League, and Aquaman have the strongest continuity.
And after that, everything is over to and through. Yeah, I kind of agree.
That's the spaghetti. Just let the spaghetti be the spaghetti at that point, man.
Yeah,
That's what
I kind of agree. I think personally I would link the Flash in there. I would include the Flash in that, but yeah, that otherwise.
Yeah.
But even that's like Spider-Man considers that Earth too. So, and of course that's with that being the the spaghetti where the spaghetti theory starts. So you have the freedom with that to do that. I think I probably also would put Black Adam in there, but mainly because you have the Superman cameo. But yeah, as far as like how firmly all of them establish the continuity, yeah, that's probably the ones that do with everything.
Like you said, it's all up to interpretation from there.
Well, like for me, I mean, I look at Wonder Woman 84 at this point as more of an Elseworlds or like a what if or kind of scenario, because it just sort of flows. Its place within the pantheon of DC movies, I think, probably functions better that way. Yeah. Phil says, yeah, Black Adam for him, Black Adam versus Brand Flash are tangentially related. Daniel Martin says the Flash is like super salad to go with your spaghetti.
Or like
All
when
these-
I was bringing up the point before, like the equivalent of a one shot. It's not outside of the story. It's it's an addition to it. Enhances the story. You know.
I love how we have so many food metaphors coming out of the continuity of DC movies these days.
Dr. Poison was actually using the spice gas. Clint. She was making navigators in there. That's what she was really doing, dude.
The Tra must flow.
Exactly. Even Clint's with the Tra, dude.
Look at this. We're already almost 70 minutes in. It's like because that's another thing. It's like this movie is really well. This Wonder Woman is really well paced.
Hey, Phil also brings up he's not a big fan of the Suicide Squad. I thought it was good for what it was. It wasn't my favorite movie or like this. I think it gets people like go out of their way to say how like it's this amazing movie, and I think there's well enough done. I don't think it's bad, but I don't think it's just like like this groundbreaking movie or any much better than the 5 movies that he mentioned were more continuity focused. So you could argue maybe it's better than the version of Suicide Squad we got, but that one goes better with the story, I guess. So I don't know. It all depends on what your tastes are, but I don't think it's some kind of amazing movie.
And I need to, like I said, I need to go back. I need to clip this of when we did our New Year's Eve watch party of Zack Snyder's Justice League. I need to go back and like isolate the one section where Spider-Man was kind of like talking about, oh, here's how you can make like all this how Warner Brothers like dropped the ball and they semi rebooted and then they
own the fucking multiverse and then they don't know how to use a multiverse. Like
and then they got this new thing coming up. It's like, and so you had this one like section where you like laid out, oh, here's how they could like make all of this like work together in tandem. It's like, yeah, that I need to like get the timestamp on that, like give that to William and say, yeah, let's clip this out because you laid out a really awesome, really good way. Like they could kind of make everybody really happy with kind of what you played with there because you said, yeah, you take you can't take multiverse out of DC without fundamentally changing DC. I mean, it's just
but they try. They fucking try every 5 to 10 years. They try their best to do it, and they end up fucking up their company. No matter what medium we're on, somebody's going to come along one day and realize this is what we are. This is what we have. Stop trying this single-minded, singular story bullshit. It never fucking works.
Well, seems like we're now in the time frame where we seems like we got this yet another merger on the way, so we might get that guy.
So William, what will you get if we get up to 11,000?
I mean, Dude, Where's My Car? Bridesmaid double feature. Dude, Where's My Car? Bridesmaid double feature.
Not Bridesmaids. Not Bridesmaids.
Let's do it.
No, stop, William. Stop pulling it. William, stop getting me into these bad situations.
And then he left and he put you on mute. That's hilarious. Phil had a little bit more of. Oh, go ahead, Clint. Go ahead.
So let's make it clear. What do we get for 11,000? I didn't hear it with all the yelling.
For 11,000, you get Do Where's My Car. For 80 billion, you get more movies or Bridesmaids, and for nothing, you get the Raid 2.
All right, so basically, it would be a double feature. Dude, Where's My Car?
No, it won't be a double feature. No.
That's big. As Fun from the Emperor says, do it.
Absolutely fucking not.
Hey, Phil, actually, going back on the earlier point, he had more to expound on his thoughts on Suicide Squad. Why he's given a reason why he does not.
Good, because I need to calm down after that nonsense.
Yeah, dude, you're gonna pop a blood vessel before you turn 17, dude. Chill out, dude.
That movie is hands down. It's about Suicide Squad. That movie is hands down the weakest DCU film made. And James Gunn got on my shit list. I was a little bit kind of taken aback when he killed off Rick Flag. I'll admit.
I was a fan of the movie for certain aspects of it. To me, that was
there's some stuff that's fine about it. Yeah, I just don't think it's as great as they say it is. That's all.
I mean,
no, it's not. It's not the best DC movie by far.
Well, one thing I will say that I did appreciate was that probably 90% of the characters I thought were not going to die did die. So I'll give him credit for that.
You were surprised.
Most of them died doing the credit.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's a motif in the Suicide Squad book and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So
By the way, we got to set all that aside. All the
No Man's Land is now coming
yeah.
up.
Because this moment, this took over the world when this people saw this. I mean, this was like getting cheers like you could not believe.
By the way, Daniel was in agreement of Phil. I know I pointed out Phil's comment, but he was in agreement as well. Acknowledge that.
Yeah, and slow motion here again. It's like this is taken from Zach.
What you got, Taladia?
I've been summoned by Mad Max. So
all right, man. Well, it was awesome hanging out with you for a bit.
Yeah, I'll see you, man.
Yeah.
Hey, wait a minute. Okay, so if you were going to say you were going to be summoned by somebody, it had to at least be a somebody. Fuck Max. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, he said that guy's a nobody.
I'm just he's watching us. Hey, tell Max I said hi. I might like come into his chat because he's watching WrestleMania and while I'm watching at the same time. But
yeah, sure.
But I'll probably send him. Yeah, I'll probably send him a link to my show too later on because I'm going to be covering it right after it's over.
Okay.
Hopefully it's not a disaster.
No problem.
Enjoy the show. Like I said, I will try to multitask and do two things at once, which is usually leads to disaster. See you later, man.
Later,
Claudia. See you later,
Claudia.
Yeah.
Did the enemy signal? Dr. Doom?
Yeah, God, this was so. I mean, we were just blocking all the bullets there with their bracelets. That was again, my theater. Cheers, like theaters all across the world. Cheers.
You know, when I saw this movie, I did not realize just how much internally fucked this company was. And I was still in that zone of enjoyment. I was like, because I'm like, okay,
it was the good old days, huh, William?
Yeah, we were. They were selling us the party line about it's just minimal reshoots and on Justice League, and this was the last one. Prior to that, this is like we're heading into the hi Chappie. We're heading.
Hey, we went to No Man's Land, literally.
Yeah, we did go to No Man's Land. That's a good way of putting it. Well, and to see what happens. And so yeah, so we achieved the same.
Let's save all of that for when we do our Justice Week watch along.
What's going on, Chappie? How you doing?
That movie,
doing good.
As much as a lot of us hate that movie, it's literally on every week.
It's one of those fascinating failures that I feel like needs to be discussed in the live stream as we're watching it, because it's such a fascinating.
We're gonna fuck that movie. You're right.
And you gotta give Chappie you gotta give Chappie his room, because when we were watching Zack Snyder's Justice League, he was trying to make the comparisons. Everybody shut him down. So you got to give him his space to fly the plane.
Yeah, that wasn't the time.
Yeah, you gotta give him space.
Yeah. So I don't know. There's a lot of people, like I said, who are getting introduced to these Zack Snyder movies via watching that movie on TBS or TNT, because it's literally on every other week.
By the way, now, this coming up right here now, because I've had this debate with myself a lot. Where Diana jumps into the building here and fights the soldiers. So would you guys like this or the bank scene in Zack Snyder's Justice League? Would you say this or that is like Wonder Woman's equivalent to the Batman warehouse fight? Which one do you think?
I mean, they both look great in my opinion.
This one without a doubt for me.
Yeah, this one's a little bit better. The bank scene's awesome, but there's more going on here. And like you said, this looks pretty similar to the warehouse.
It has the environment does make it a little bit closer. Speed ramping! I love speed ramping. There with that kick you did. I love the
dude.
Speed
Where's
ramping.
my Tra?
That's one of.
Dude, where's my Tra? We are at 11,500.
Yeah, speed ramping. More speed ramping with those spin moves. Gal put in the work for this. She got in awesome shape, and she got and she did of course all the training.
I mean, her
fight training.
The way they got her technique kind of on display is really
that's what's so frustrating about this movie. Like the first two acts are so good.
$11,000. We're just gonna ignore that.
We did that.
Yep, dude. Okay. Where's my car? Bridesmaid double feature. Here we come.
Yeah. We are halfway to one of those. We got to do Where's My Car. Now get to 80 billion. We will do Bridesmaids.
That's not good math at all, Brad. Even on your own, math.
I don't think that's math, dude.
That's excellent PhD scholarly math. Okay, I will not sit through that movie ever again under any circumstances.
Hey, whoever made that donation, that was very, very try for the cause. You know.
By the way, right there where she flipped the tank. Do they may remember like there was, I guess I'll call it controversy.
Hulk?
Where, well, no, the controversy about like it showed that they had shaved her pits, and people got mad about that for some reason. When she flipped.
Listen.
She flipped the,
listen.
she
Some
flipped the
people
tank
feel
there.
like. Some people feel like if you're doing that kind of grooming, you're doing it in the service to the opposite sex. So the logic would be if she lives on that island, who are they shaving their armpits for? That's not what I'm saying, but you have to be respectful of that logic, because there's a lot of people in the world that look at that as being inconsistent or incongruent. We bitch and whine if fucking a superhero doesn't act the way they act, right? That's not too dissimilar.
So which one are we doing first next week?
Neither. We're doing the raid too.
And one of these days we'll do the raid, but it sounds like next week we're doing the double feature,
No,
buddy.
we're doing the raid. We're doing the raid too because Ruth has made the case for why I deserve the raid too. Okay.
Yeah, she was just trying to smooth things out, but it sounds like the people outspoke the
after when
sweetness
we
of
do
Ruth.
this watch along, I promise I will donate another $100 in the chat, and we'll do the raid too.
Okay. Yeah. But and then after that you will. But first you're going to donate. Well, you're going to donate that, and then after that, when you donate $100,000, I would consider the thought of possibly thinking about maybe one day considering the idea of entertaining the possibility of maybe thinking about further spoof movies.
Chappie's pledging realistic dollar amounts, and you're talking some fantastic nonsense
listen to this.
for charity.
Listen to this. Chappie keeps butting in with all this spoof bullshit, and this kick-ass entertainment we just see here with Diana. They just took out that building single-handedly.
And everybody and people are benefiting just because all of that people are benefiting. You know,
it has benefited.
Well, Brad, it wasn't spoof movies, so I decided we needed to see them.
Thanks, Clint.
They're spoof movies in the sense that
Dude, Where's My Car is not a spoof movie. It's just an awful movie.
Bridesmaids is a spoof because it gives off the impression that it's well written, and it's not.
Yes, it is, Brad. It's one of the best comedies ever made.
Okay, Chappie decided to leave.
Hey,
he is not coming back in.
I think Larry has a few. You have to sit still for it too. You can't. You remember that's the deal. But Larry has. He says we got a little backlog.
Here. Yeah, there's the photo there from BBS. That's the photo.
Yeah, we do. We have to do.
How
many more movies?
They thought about.
We watched Arrival. Dune, or no, we didn't watch Dune. We watched Arrival. We watched Blade Runner.
Yeah, but
we haven't seen Sicario yet. We haven't seen what's the other one that Forrest told me I got to watch?
Was it not Infinity
Prisoners.
Pool as well? That did Larry not ask for Infinity Pool as well?
Yeah, was Infinity Pool part of that?
Oh, for William? I don't know. He may have, but I know he did the block of. I got his email. So I will pull him up. Yeah, I said we I have no problem watching Or Guinea. We just need to figure out which one we want to do next.
Hey, I'm always down for Sicario. I could watch Sicario every day, man. That movie's excellent. Azteca's in the house.
Second one.
Yeah. Second one's it's a good movie, but it can't. It can't compare to the sun.
As good as one. It's still.
Yeah. It's just not. Azteca's in the house.
Did another fit. We just
Larry says, "Don't forget."
We're at 11.
Keep on rolling.
Which one? Hey, Larry. Which one do you want to do next? I'll leave it up to you because that we have to fulfill that promise to you. Which one do you want to do next? Bane's Tra. Oh, jeez.
Hey, this is awesome, dude. The Tri energy is just bringing up it's just boosting the effect, William. The Tri energy is boosting the effect.
I don't even know what the hell it is.
You just go with the Tri, man. The Tri must flow, dude. The Tri must flow, dude.
Yeah, no, Sicario is amazing. That's like one of my favorite movies of all time.
Did you hear this? Me and Chappie agree with something. Now you know it's good. You know it's good if me and Chappie are on the same page.
One of you is high. So
well, hey, I'll take credit for that. But we're talking about Sicario. You know what I mean?
So you want to do Enemy first? Okay, so we'll do Enemy. I gotta look at the schedule.
I don't think I've seen Enemy.
Well, we got an opportunity.
Like I said, once he starts getting into the sci-fi stuff, I don't watch as many of the other movies that he's done as much. I still like them, but once he made that sci-fi turn, that's really what I want to see him do from now on.
Daniel, you misspelled donut Max Ruth. There's one donut in front of the word donut, but everything else is perfect. You gotta get the spelling right.
Do As My Call is okay. It's a kind of a silly movie.
It's a fucking horrible movie.
It's fine. It's not that bad.
It's offensively bad. I'm gonna tear that movie up while we're watching
Chappie,
that.
is there any bad movie that you don't like?
Yeah.
Too Many Dark Fate.
I think Chappie's one of these guys that try to find the silver lining in all the dark clouds in the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Can't
but
get
there's no
mad.
silver lining to find in like 80% of the shit he's wanted me to suffer through.
He doesn't like Scary Movie 5.
Hey,
Yeah, that too.
Larry, I'm totally gonna watch The Enemy before I watch it with you guys, because for the last couple I didn't do that, but I'm definitely gonna be doing that from now on out, so I can absorb it more and then be able to bounce it off of you and William.
Pull the Wikipedia up. I mean, as always, he's got great comments.
Yeah, you got the wiki feature.
I don't like the first Alien vs Predator, but I do like the second one. The second one's better.
The second one's trash too, but okay.
The second one's alright.
Requiem is pure.
Requiem is a much
garbage.
better improvement over the first one. I'll stand by that.
We got another.
I think I got that one already. We're at 11-1. Okay. Yeah, we're at 11-1, or did it move up from 11-1 Hold on.
Click refresh, William.
It's still 11-1.
Yeah, we're at 11-1. I mentioned that one. It was Charles Band. I said that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, don't get me excited about another donation, man. Come on. We're finally making ground after 2 weeks.
Well, now it's it's 3,900 we have left. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And depending on what the date is, like I said, I haven't decided whether we're gonna end it on the walk date with the big check because I'm gonna be at the walk, the AFSP watch, or the 19th. I think it would be cooler to wrap it up on the 27th. So give them a check.
Phil says blame Brad because. Okay, whatever it is, it's just my fault.
We can blame Brad because Brad's a floob. Like, it's all connected, dude. It's all trying.
I may spend another $500. I'll donate another $500 so we can do a double feature or something.
Double feature, yo. You hear that, William?
You do it right
now.
Movies,
don't we? They're good movies.
Double feature of The Raid and 2 and The Night Comes for Us. How about that?
Probably Jennifer's Body and Chappie. Those are the two things I was thinking of.
Hey,
those aren't bad movies. Those are better movies than what we've been watching.
Yeah, those garbage you had me suffer through.
What you got for us, William?
The people.
Oh, that's amazing.
For Blue Blood and Honey 2 poster. That's good.
Yeah,
Are you gonna get that
distributor gave me this.
Oh, by the way, this part when they're out here dancing. Now, obviously, Wonder Woman 84 doesn't have nearly as good a reputation as this movie does, but I did, at the ending of 84 when it's snowing and it's Christmas, she meets sees the kid and meets the guy that Steve Trevor was inside of, I guess is the way to put it. It's snowing there too.
Raped?
So
one she raped?
Yeah. So does anybody else kind of take that as a little bit like a throwback to this? Did anybody else take that as a throwback to this moment where they're dancing in the?
I didn't hear you. We had a little crosstalk there. What was that?
Well, because it's snowing here, and then the ending of 84, the last scene, it's snowing, and they have the Christmas tree out. So, anybody else take that as a throwback to this moment?
No. 84 came out around Christmas time, so whenever there's it's just an automatic association.
Came out on Christmas Day.
Yeah. Whenever I see a Christmas tree, I don't think throwbacks. Yeah.
Hey, Brad, I did fulfill your request, though.
What's that?
No spoof movies.
What do you mean?
Thanks, Clint.
I gotta suffer through one of the worst ever made in about an hour and a half here. So.
No, he's talking about the double feature.
Good luck on that.
Yeah.
Hey, showing up for that.
But Bridesmaids is a spoof. It's a spoof of a good movie because it's pretending to be a good movie and it's not. So there you go.
I don't think
that's the difference. It is the most overrated. 5 even. 5 sucks.
Larry says floob.
I don't want to get. I don't want to stay on this topic any longer than we have to when we're watching Wonder Woman. But I'll say it's yeah. Bridesmaids is the most overrated movie I have ever seen. I cannot stand that.
I respectfully disagree.
Yeah, but I mean, considering
I'll
the
be truthful, I quite liked it. So.
Damn, Chappie, you respect him?
Yeah, but Chappie,
Yes.
considering but also you've put me through the scary movie marathon, which is objectively terrible. So therefore, my opinion overrides yours on this. So there you go.
Clint put you through the Clint scary movie. Don't take away Clint's glory.
Right.
Okay. I guess I got to answer. Brad would hate. Is that like you would hate Brad? Is that
Yeah. That's what he's saying.
So well, yeah,
William?
I've said before, it's about the kind of person. Go ahead, Rick.
It's not even. It's
Also,
not even.
Brad,
like-
I included something William hates and Dude, Where's My Car?
Right.
Or at least
equal
William
opportunity.
Oh,
included it.
okay. So the ratio of like Brad suffering to William is like 10-1 now.
No, I hate all these movies we're watching too. These movies suck. I'm like, I'm
Yeah,
with
but
you.
they're not doing
I'm
it to
just
mess with
understanding
you.
that.
Yeah,
No,
we are. We always mess with William. We talk about how
Yeah.
old William is all the time, and not in a respectful way, like you're supposed to treat people that age.
Well, you got to remember, it's not as offensive as Howard the Duck.
We watch that too. I mean,
Howard the Duck's
but
coming
here
in
we're
October,
running.
guys.
We're running a fundraiser, so the movies I think that are god awful, which almost all these movies are it comes secondary to the fact that we're at $11,100. And we're
But
creeping
all of
up
that
there.
comes secondary to the priority of my sanity too. So.
Well, no, but there's other people who are going through worse issues right now, so that we're helping. I mean, I think it's cool.
You all right there, Ruth?
But I can only take so much of this. Okay.
I'm trying not to read
Okay,
the
Daniel
comments
has one.
now because it's just making us laugh.
No, peanuts,
Oh,
yeah.
Daniel
William,
has
just
one.
while I've got your attention, can I ask a favour?
What's up?
You know when Terrifier comes out, would you do an interview
that's
with?
like I think in November.
Yeah,
I think it's in
a way away,
October,
but-
November, or something like that.
Go ahead, Ruth.
No,
Would
it's
you
in
try-
it's in
would you try-
December.
Would you try and get
Ruth,
some
go
of the
ahead.
cast and try to interview them, please?
Sure. I'll probably get
Thank you.
rejected by them because I think they think they're big. Yeah,
Well,
they won't look down.
I don't know.
I
Azteca's a man after my heart, William. Azteca's a man after my heart. I gotta agree. I gotta agree.
No, I think they should be gettable because they make these Terrifier for like $10. So.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, the worst I could do. Listen, most of the time we get rejected for everything. The worst I could do is ask. I'll give it a shot.
Were you
I mean,
working
it
on
took
that,
me 2
Ruth?
years to get Pooh Blood and Honey. Pooh Blood and Honey turned out well. It took me 2 years to get those guys on. So
Sure
I got
yeah,
it.
but
Lube the
Yeah,
flue,
right.
Brad. Lube the flue, bro.
I don't even want to know what
Whatever.
that's referring to. that sounds like such a euphemism, man. I'm not even gonna like, dive in.
She
Yeah,
gave
that's
a
gonna be some
dictionary.
big money. Free Ruthie. What from where?
I
You guys cut
think
her
it's
off.
'cause
She was
you-
talking.
No, I think it was because you pulled us up on the screen. I think Daniel was trying to protect us. Bless him. Thank you, Daniel.
Protect you from what?
Suffocating.
Protect your neck, William. You know what I mean?
We need protection from Ruthie.
Yeah, I mean, I was about to say.
No, you don't.
She's out in a log cabin. I mean, that's perfect.
You
Every
guys would
serial
love
killer
it.
has that spot. Every serial killer has a spot where they go to. Dexter had the, the Pacific
Azteca really
Island.
hates this Godzilla Kong movie that just came on. Him and Fourth must be right
How much money
in tune with each other.
destroy all copies?
I thought it was fine. I don't know what everyone was so angry
It was
about.
fun. It was fun. I mean,
Yeah,
was it the
it
greatest
wasn't
movie of all
minus
time? Of
one, but
course
that's not what I expected.
Finally,
Yeah,
Fourth. We
yeah,
did all
he
that
just-
summoning, and he's finally here. Man, you're so
Oh,
late.
where
we
is
just
he?
But you're just on time for scary. But you're just on time for Scary Movie 5, dude.
Yeah, we got about an hour.
No,
of that.
we're going to the third act now. Fourth. What are you talking about?
And Slipknot's joined.
I think I'm
the
going
chat
to
as well.
donate again, but I'm going to probably have to get out.
Chappie, could you
Pending
ask
and
for-
lib-
could you ask for
okay, temper your
Terrifier too,
donation with
please?
whatever crazy movie you want us to watch.
So does this make up for Beat the Spartans week, William? As far as donations go, or no?
A little bit, yeah, because that was
A
horrible.
little
We didn't-
only. Guys, a little.
We didn't move anything. We didn't move anything. We had 2 weeks in a row where we didn't. We didn't move anything. What did we have the week before? What were we watching?
Yeah,
There was a good movie actually.
No, we watched
What was that
Meet
movie?
the Spartans last week.
Yeah.
That was last week.
And
What did we do? It was
Arrival.
the movie we did before.
Was it Arrival or was it Roadhouse? Was Roadhouse 2 weeks
was
ago?
Roadhouse
No,
to
it-
Arrival.
We did.
It was Roadhouse. It was Roadhouse then Meeting the Spartans.
No, it was Roadhouse. It was Roadhouse and Arrival, and then was Meet the Spartans last week. It was
Yeah.
so-
Okay.
Oh,
We
okay.
took us.
What a piece of crap
So I
that
have to
was.
make up for that.
Oh yeah, you other creep. But
Method Man isn't Meet the Spartans. It automatically makes it, at least top 100 movies ever. Just because
Snoop Dogg
Method
is in
Man.
Scary Movie 5, isn't he?
Snoop Dogg is not Method Man. What is that? I said Method Man. He starts telling me about somebody completely
Yeah,
different.
but he's probably on meth. But he's almost certainly on meth when he's in it.
That is so disrespectful. He's the Method Man. Meth is short for Method Man. Do you know that he's Johnny Blaze? You know? No, he's Johnny. He's Johnny Blaze. He's the Ghost Rider. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah,
I love those movies.
So, Ruth, have you seen Wonder Woman before?
Only once before, to be fair.
Okay.
I do quite like this movie. I think it's a good movie.
Yeah.
See,
definitely.
with this movie, right?
Tell him again, Forth. Please tell William again. I'm sorry. It was great. Go ahead, I'm
So,
sorry.
with this movie, right? They at the end, they spoiler alert for anybody watching it for the first time.
Yeah, 7 years after the fact.
Yeah. Ludendorff gets murdered, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gets killed by Wonder Woman, but in all reality, he survives World War One, and he's the one that was instrumental in making sure Hitler got into power.
I'm not a fan of the ending as much, Forth, of this movie, but I actually do enjoy the beginning of this movie. I like the world building.
I
Type of
didn't.
scary
See, that's the thing. A lot of people say that. A lot of people say that they feel like the third act. I don't know. It's like, I didn't. Yeah. Pull up his comment. The ending and the beginning is a bit shitty. No, it's like I didn't have like a lot of people say they felt like the third act was kind of a come down. I never had that problem. I actually thought the third act was pretty awesome. And I think I remember when 84 was coming out, Patty Jenkins saying like the way 84 ends, with the the whole like I renounce what I wish, and her like having like kind of the heart to heart, the kind of plea she makes to Maxwell Lord, that was kind of like closer in terms of like what she'd initially intended for the ending of Wonder Woman. I don't know. It's like I kind of I mean, maybe it's just I'm just
we can all thank Jeff Johns for that.
No, maybe I'm just a guy. I like these things to end with with a hero versus villain fight. So. Oh, by the way,
I like this. It's so cheesy, but it is cool how she has the sword in her back. But that shit would not fly.
I've seen a lot of people raise the question like how is she maintaining that?
She's got super cheeks, man. It's easy. She's going here. She's got super cheeks. You can do whatever you need to do.
I hope that's sort of that's what she's doing.
Doesn't matter. She's Wonder Woman. It's not like it's gonna cut her. Oh, she does have a guy cutter actually. She's got a guy cutter sword.
Yeah, exactly. So make sure that thing is inside of the scabbard, please.
Guys, just to get a timestamp, are you up to where she's actually on the horse?
No, she's dancing with Ludendorff right now. I'll give you a timestamp.
Yeah, so it's 197.45 or 137.45.
Yeah, 137.37 over here. So me and Brad are just like I always say, Brad, about 10 seconds off, right?
Yeah.
What time is the epic showing of Scary Movie 5?
5 p.m. Las Vegas time, dude.
I think it's 8 o'clock right here, but I won't be showing up. So good luck.
Hey, Forth, just since you're gone, the word of the day is floob. Hashtag Brad the floob.
Yeah, hashtag anybody who likes Bridesmaids is a floob.
I do.
And I know there are people on this panel, some of whom I respect. I'm sorry, you guys have disappointed me.
You don't respect everybody on the panel? What did we do? I thought we were all in a big family here at the Sci-Fi Center.
No, you've all broken me with all these rambunctious hellions.
Well, Brad, you did say no spoof movies, so I made sure.
Yeah, really.
I'll
No,
donate again.
oh yeah, that is
Oh,
like.
you've
All
got
right,
Look,
all right, Slipknot. I stand corrected. I stand corrected,
That,
Slipknot.
that is. I was looking at her running. There was the. I bet probably what they did. They made that work is they only had Gaul, like she had just the hilt strapped to her back in this part where she's got the dress on. But so that's how they like create the impression that she actually has.
We might have to
carrying
check out
sword.
the making of.
Yeah.
Also, fourth, EO Brad Thawne is not. You forgot the E at the end of Thawne, by the way, but he's not gone. We haven't broken him enough to want to fuck up the time stream. So we still got to get him to that point where he becomes EO Brad Thawne. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The reverse
Look
lube. The reverse lube.
Spidey, will you read Phil's comment out, please?
Daniels, which one? Rolling,
No,
rolling,
Phil's.
rolling. Keep him rolling.
No,
Phil's up here. You mean?
Oh,
This one?
Bradesmaids. Bradesmaids. I love it.
Anyway, so in this masterpiece we're watching right now, it's like Diana, as we can see.
Brad, you have to have your
her
avatar
ability
called
as
Bradesmaids
a-
next week, dude. You have
as
to.
a demigod,
Do
she
it.
can just walk right into this giant cloud of monster gas and not feeling. While Steve
Because she's
Trevor,
super. She's Wonder Woman. Yeah, she's
Yeah.
got it like that. It's Diana Themyscira. We underestimate her power now, Brad. Is that what we're doing? It's Wonder
No,
Woman. It's in her name.
we're talking about her power, like as opposed to like other titles.
The crowd went nuts, Brad. The crowd went nuts. He's talking about the scene in the theater. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Dawn of the Brad.
Yeah, well that's an awesome movie. So.
Yeah, Dawn of the Brad. When you get broken, turn to EO Brad Thawne, aka the reverse loop. Awesome.
You mean
Dawn of the
Planet of
Brad.
the Apes?
No, Slipknot just made a comment in the yeah. Meet the Brads. People are coming up with cool movie names. Meet the Brads.
I cannot cope with this. I'm going to stop looking at the chat.
Larry promises and pledges that he will be properly drunk by the time Scary Movie 5 goes. And hey, Fourth says
Lieutenant?
Williams out here going nuts. I don't know how nuts he's going, but he's going nuts.
I don't even know what that was. What's about Brad Lieutenant?
Jack Nicholson movie. Never seen it.
Bad Lieutenant, yeah.
I can hear the keyboard going.
We should call Scary Movie 5 the Brad and the Furious. All right, I'll get off the stream right now. Don't worry about the bad joke.
So we're going into the finale of Wonder Woman here with of this this awesome movie that that is not in any way connected to these bad movies people keep fixating on during the stream for some reason. By the way, it's also this does they do, I admit, like kind of run into the or at least allow themselves to kind of fall into the trap that a lot of third acts do, where it's like it's dusk right when she starts running off to the base here, and then it's nighttime, and then at the very end when she's won, then it's sunrise, and so all the space like 20 minutes.
and so that's why I freak out on that one scene on Justice League when the tower falls. That blows my mind because it's just similar things in BVS are like that. You know what I mean? When the fight in BVS, the actual Superman Batman fights like that, everything is stepped out. You know what I mean? Everything makes sense. If you rewind it.
Well, and like Zach even kind of did that in Dawn of the Dead, where it's when they're escaping the mall, and it's when they go over to the gun shop, it's just starting to get dark, and then it's nighttime, and then by the time they get to the marina, it's sunrise. So you gotta let some things slide.
If you haven't noticed, most of the CGI battle scenes that they have all take place at night
to hide imperfections and flaws. So
yeah. No, that's smart, because then
even PBS is like that with the super. What they're doing.
Your CGI is at tends to be its kind of most, and it adds atmosphere to it, but also you can make it as presentable as possible.
William V. Brad, Dawn of the Nerds or Dawn of Nerds. Wonder Brad 84. Now that's a movie I could get behind. Wonder Brad 84. Brady Bunch.
Oh, I love this tornado kick she just throws right here.
She had a double earlier in the movie in that pseudo warehouse fight. Did you peep that?
Did she had a what?
They do it in the speed ramp, but she has a double. She has a double tornado kick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The shield,
She does. She lands one and then she hops right back to another one.
Well, yeah,
You know,
that's
obviously.
something that because again, it's a
Momentum.
trademark
You know,
of the-
uses the momentum. Yeah.
Well, if you watch a lot of Zach's, like at 300 or Sucker Punch or Watchmen, and a lot of his like it's one thing he loves to do in action scenes is speed ramping, and I remember thinking like he didn't really do it much if at all in Man of Steel or BVS. So that was something when I first saw this. It's like, oh, okay, like Wonder Woman's kind of picking up on the speed ramping, and then we eventually got that also on his part in Zack Snyder's Justice League. But that's I like that a lot because I think that really that works really well in superhero fights. I think because it just. And fight scenes in general, it's just to give you these little snapshot moments, just really showing off the power and the.
Sometimes these superhero movies give you these great background shots and these great setups for fights, but the camera will be in the wrong spot, or like you said, it'll be here and gone in a flash without taking time to absorb the action of the superhero movie that you're.
It's like really it's like freeze frame. It's like a little freeze frame, so it's like, hey, it's like this is cool, pay attention.
One Brad to the Future, One Flew Over the Brad's Nest, Brad Sabbath, Brad Man.
Okay,
these
that
are
could
the
be
movies.
That could be about four different things right there. That could be Batman,
like Birdman. You're thinking Batman, but it's really Birdman.
Yeah.
Bradman. Really.
Yeah, now of course reality's setting in for Diana, where it's like
I don't like this third act fight, but I do like how he exposes. He melts his mask off his face a little bit. I like that. That was a cool little effect.
You talking about Dr. Poison?
No, Hades or Ares.
Ares.
When he has the helmet on and he melts down part of the mask.
Oh yeah,
so
yeah. No, I thought
cool.
that was actually really cool the way he assembles his.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the end of this part, but I do like that scene. That Super Brad legacy, the Brad father. Bratty Knights,
Rattle Juice,
the Bradsmaid. Daniel, the Bradsmaid's good, but Phil did hit us with Bradsmaids, which was hilarious. Brad Runner, there's one for you, Brad Runner, 2049.
Brianton Bear.
Cocaine Brad, American Brad, Braddington Bear.
Yeah.
The Bradman returns.
This is an important moment for Diana, where she's realizing I can't just defeat Ares and make the world.
The Brad and the Beautiful.
Utopia.
Breaking Brad.
This is so central to her development. This is so important. No, really, this really is kind of like the moment though, where she kind of really does become. She goes from I was saying, being an adolescent to being more of an adult, where she's.
Brad Beetle. Talladega Nights. Talladega Nights. Talladega Nights. Well, I was trying to do something there. It didn't work. Bradiverse.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough, guys, with this stupid nickname game.
Cocaine Brad's pretty cool though. I did like Cocaine Brad. That's why. Especially when you get angry about the movies, it's definitely Cocaine Brad.
This has got to be the biggest sibling fight ever.
They gave the sibling energy up instead of the lover energy. That's funny, Aaron. Bradman and Aaron, like Batman and Robin. Bradman and Aaron. That's a good one, Slipknot. Yeah, the Brad the Beautiful. Yep. I think we know what tonight's theme in the chat's going to be.
Let's leave all that out. Right now in this fantastic DC Comics piece here.
All right, Azteca has last one though. Doom 3, Brad Messiah.
Oh yeah, well yeah, I can take that one. I'll accept that one.
Brad, how are you feeling about coming on camera in the next couple of weeks?
Well, I can't do it tonight because I'll be beat red in my face. Everything I'm going to be the way I'm going to have to go through it all. I'll probably once we the braid. That's actually kind of clever.
Jurassic Powell. Now that's the theme change I needed. Because he's not talking about your appearance. He's talking about your age and how it's a true story.
Brad's 2, Father of the Brad. You guys just hate me now or something?
This scene always reminds me of the Rolling Stones song "Sympathy for the Devil."
Yeah, I see what you're saying there. Oh, and also to your point about continuity Spider-Man, because this is coming up in a second here, but it was actually one thing going into what we thought was going to be Zack Snyder's Justice League in November, and what we eventually did get when we saw it is one kind of through line I saw with like all the DC movies. From Man of Steel forward, is that all of them have some kind of it's like all of them have some kind of dream sequence in them. Is that because Man of Steel has Zod going into Superman's mind, BDS has the Nightmare, Suicide Squad has Enchantress, tempting all the villains with like, here's what you can have, join forces with me, and with this we get
and we of course
Ares
have Cyborg's vision as well as one of those enter the mind situations.
And here we got Ares trying to entice Wonder Woman to join forces with them, and kind of showing this is what the world can be if you join with me.
It's it's another theme that runs across the saga is daddy issues for almost all of them.
Yeah.
And so how much time we got left in this time step?
We got probably got about
there is 21 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. But it's something actually I'd love to ask Zach and probably Patty and the other directors at a Q&A or something like that. Is like what because I get the sense that the dream sequence being in all the movies that all sort of had some kind of linkage to the Nightmare in some form or fashion.
That's well, you saying that. I don't know if Daniel's joking or not, but Daniel's kind of touching on that. Also, Anthony Mazzano's in the house, so you got to keep your eye out for the Anthony questions because he hits you with the hard hitting questions.
The Snyderverse, it was all a dream or a nightmare. Yeah. Well, the way the studio handled it was definitely a nightmare.
Well, I think he's kind of touching on what we're touching on, like the dream sequences. The Snyder, it's all a dream, or is it a nightmare? The nightmare would have been the future. He hit it with the K. He did the K with the nightmare. So he's is there a connection for the dream sequences? Oh, go ahead.
And this also reminds me of like there's lots of religious concepts in this movie. You got the whole temptation of Christ.
Yeah.
And you can see it running through a lot of Zack Snyder's films. There's a lot of Christianity.
Yeah.
In it.
Well, I mean, Superman's it's not exactly subtle that he's portrayed as the Jesus figure.
Yeah, he's 33 years old at a church with a picture of Jesus behind him, asking the pastor, "What should you do?"
He of course dies and returns, and they have the telephone poles with like crosses behind him.
And BBS came out on Good Friday that year, so
yeah, it was good.
I saw that movie on Sunday, so you do the math.
I saw the Thursday early show, and then of course you see it and you realize, then you make the connection like, okay, this is why they decided to release it on Good Friday.
To kind of add on, Anthony does have a little to add on, kind of what Aaron was saying, actually, a little bounce off there.
I was watching two church friars reacting to Wonder Woman, and they were saying that her pose was basically a carbon copy of the crucifixion of Jesus. I'm not. What are you talking? Are you talking about her pose?
I've seen that video. Yeah,
you're talking about like at the end when she's kind of floating in the air and she's got her arms out.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I definitely see that. Ares. Yeah, we finally, of course, got to see a little bit more of David Thewlis. His face on Nick McKillen's body, but not to take any credit from Nick McKillen, because of course he got in a phenomenal shape for the history lesson. But
the history lesson's so cold. It's one of the best scenes ever. It's a great way of telling a story, like a little background, like a nice flashback that's not in a cartoon or something.
I remember also people asking at the time, like, well, like there is a question, it's like, well, why is he still fighting with the Olympians? What we see here.
5,000 years ago, things were different. Yeah.
Exactly. That takes place before he was excommunicated.
You remember I don't know if you remember what I was saying last week about that, but the mural shows the battle, and it doesn't necessarily give you a timeline. I think she's telling the flashback as a condensed version of the creating the allies and then having the battle and setting everything up. I don't think it all necessarily happened in 10 minutes like that, right? Like there was a whole lead up to it, and that's just a condensed version of it. I think she was speaking the mural out. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I would love to.
Wow, they're in WrestleMania this match.
What was that, Aaron?
I would love for somebody to to interview Zack Snyder and ask him about like religious questions and stuff. That'll be so interesting.
Yeah, because I don't think he's gotten too much of that, and you would think he, of course, with how much he puts into that with not just with his Superman, but a lot of his body of work, that you would think he would get that question more often. So it's kind of perplexing that he hasn't gotten it. So I would definitely if got the chance to. And Anthony had one he wanted me to answer here. With how they're building Superman DCU, how can you build a character like Wonder Woman character-wise that can work with Clark that James Gunn's trying to portray it? I mean, I don't think I really. There's too little that we know right now for me to really give an answer on that. So, and I don't think really anybody.
A hard question to ask.
No Country for Old Brad.
Aaron, hey, Aaron, you still there?
Yeah.
They're starting off the undercard like the pre-show with Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch. That shows you how much they care about this division this year. Yeah.
That's fucking disgusting.
We're not even at the start of the show. Doesn't start till 5.
That's fucking disgusting. I'm sorry.
That means they got something for them later on. That means she's gonna fuck up a match later on. I think. They got too many screens going.
I'm really shocked and pissed about that.
Yeah, they took your Aussie and just put her right at the beginning of the show during the get your snack phase. Man, that's kind of messed up. But
yeah, that's fucking. That's... And after what she did to help boost WWE here in Australia, this is what she gets.
Yeah.
Wow.
So Grayson Waller's going to be deeper in the card than she is.
Hey Brad, the chat is being very and laying into you with these movie titles.
Trust me, I see it.
It's beautiful.
Brad Dirt.
It's not really an insult. They're just they're trying to fit you in everything. You're like the Hollywood thing now, dude.
Phil's going to town.
Quite frankly, I think Becky Lynch is done with the WWE at this moment. The amount of stuff that she's been saying with the book tour, she is done.
I think she would be done if Vince McMahon was still in charge. I don't think she'll be done with Triple H in charge.
I like the No Country for Old Brad. That was the best one.
I like a lot of them.
Oh,
they're pretty good.
God.
Brad Dirt, like Joe Dirt? Is that what that is? That'd be hilarious.
Yeah,
you gotta get a mullet, Brad. You gotta get a mullet, Brad, just for the Joe Dirt of it all.
Yeah, he has one. What you guys see?
I don't have a
Have you seen his picture? Have you seen his picture? He's got a mullet going all day.
I never call that a mullet. I just call that long hair. Like, mullets are business in the front, party in the back. So, that's the whole thing.
Yeah, I actually used to have a rat tail when I was about 9 years old. That was kind of how I started letting my hair come out.
Fourth had a Trolls version of the In and a Wonder Woman.
I heard there was originally a downer ending for Wonder Woman where Etta Candy kills Trevor Still. No, he's
Tu Wong Fu. Thanks for everything, Brad.
Oh my God.
Okay.
That bloody rip-off movie of Priscilla. Please.
Yeah.
Brad Shee and the Legend of the Powell Rings. Legally Brad. District Brad. Aqua Brad and the Last Kingdom. They're going in on you.
Yes, can you at least give me like one that's like
Bradador, the Bradador,
Brad Wick. Brad Wick. Oh, I like that one.
He has to earn his way to Brad Wick because right now he's on his way. He's on his way to be an Eo Brad Thawne.
This is awesome.
Reverse loop. Yes,
this is awesome seeing this first time because he's just telekinetically assembling his suit. And
B Diddy, I love it. B Diddy
just carves the eye holes into the helmet with his fingers.
Yeah, I think that's cool. It melted off, yeah.
Yeah.
But B Diddy is definitely the best so far.
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. I'm definitely. I think I'm outside of the kind of the commentary. It felt like the third act was last. I really liked the third act, and again, maybe that's just a me thing where it's like I just love seeing a final boss fight, in superhero flicks.
That's the problem. I think it becomes after everything that's happened in the movie, it devolves into a final boss fight. That's it. You could have done more with this. You could have done You could have moved things around in different places, but it has the all right, we got to beat the guy now because the movie's over kind of feel of it, you know. Not that other movies don't do it, but usually they just make it fit. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, William probably would love it.
It seems more tacked on to me, is all.
William would love this one.
What is it?
Oh, it's I also love it too because the work that they do with the lasso is just so awesome here.
Yeah. Everything in this is still much better than the second movie.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that was earlier. Somebody did that one, right?
Brad Stoker's Dracula.
How you doing, Random Rick Reviews? Iron Brad 3.
See, Fourth has a great idea. If they would have done something maybe like that, and
I
again,
can see Wonder Woman having a
interpolated
where they fall in portals
and interpolated a reason for that to happen, yes, that would have been.
Yeah, that could have been interesting. Nightmare on Brad Street. You guys are gonna go through like every
it's more
title
of a
tonight.
with Force idea. It's more of it's less that it's a time travel thing. It's like Ares is the god of war, so I mean logically he'd be present at all the wars, right?
Yeah.
So he's jumping in the different points in time where he would be at. I don't know if that follows the logic of if the gods can do that, but you know, it's a cool little idea, I guess. What's eating William's grape? What's eating Brad's grape? Bradiator, I guess, like Gladiator. I think Chappie's back with another donation, guys.
Oh no, well, we also got somebody jumping into the chat here. Right as the Rue's wrapping up. How's it going, Jared?
How you doing?
What's going on, Jared?
Oh, hi, Jared.
Doing very well. How about all you fine people?
Jared, I got to tell you this in person.
Hey, Jared.
I got to tell you this in person.
Yeah, what's up?
Wonderborg, buddy.
Do you enjoy causing emotional pain onto me? Do you enjoy that?
It's not that I enjoy it as much as it's fun. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's a necessary fun.
I apologize for my.
How you doing though? Talati was here just a second ago or a few minutes ago.
Yeah, he told me I was doing a movie review of Batman and Robin.
Batman 4, the 90s one, Batman and Robin, 97's Batman and Robin or whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
I love this part here where like with all the fire around her, she's taking out the soldiers because she's.
You gonna join us? Are you gonna join us for Scary Movie 5 today, Brad or Jared?
Probably won't because I got other streams I'm going to, but I'll hang out here for a bit.
Okay, well, you would be missing out with Brad's. Brad's definitely going to be legendary with the culmination of the Scary Movie saga for sure.
Oh boy!
And again, Jared, it's like this is the thing. It's like ever since they discovered that franchise, they had to do this for charity, and it always gets arranged. Where it's like we have an awesome DC Comics movie play first, and then we play the piece of shit Scary Movie afterwards.
You got to be here at least. You got to at least be here next week for the double feature, Jared. We're having a double feature: Bridesmaids and Dude, Where's My Car?
No. We're doing Dude, Where's My Car? Then if we get the 80 billion charity, then we'll do Bridesmaids. But Aaron, you had something?
I said we should have done it the other way around.
Yes, I agree. We should have done it the other way around.
But this has a stronger comedic effect, Aaron. We do it for the laughs, for the lulls, as they say.
Speaking of doing it for the laughs, so what we do on my show is every April Fool's, we have to positively review really crappy movies. I had to somehow positively review Blank Man.
Blank Man's a good movie, though. So that's how is that an April Fool's? That movie's a classic.
Claudia had to possibly review Catwoman.
Not a great movie.
I like to meet the commissioner.
I'm going to disagree with you, William, but not at the level. I'm going to disagree with you, William, but not at the level of my Batman disagreement. So I'll just let it go there. That's it. I'll respectfully disagree with you.
Well, you're
Thank you.
wrong on
Fourth,
the Batman thing. So it's like
I'm never wrong on the
guard
Batman stuff, William, and that's
Yes,
why
you
the
are.
chat always
Yes,
has my
you
back.
are.
That's
You
why
are
that's why the chat
That
always
doesn't
has my
mean
back.
shit. Look at how crazy our chat is.
You have a
Look at the
fucking chat full
absolute
of
psychopaths we have in our
dude.
chat. And you're gonna say because the chat has your back, it's right. Look, go scroll up and down
Spider-Man,
and see what
you're
our
the
chat is doing
dude
right
that
now. They got your back.
you're the dude who spans Wonder Woman and Cyborg in my chat, dude. Okay.
Right, but at the same time, my Batman opinions are unassailable, dude. They are unassailable. Because I'm not connected to any one of these things to the point where I'm saying this one ain't that one. I'm saying appreciate the greatness for what you got. You got one of the best fucking characters ever with a 14-year-old full universe, 14-year-long full complete universe before the MCU ever did it.
Just
What?
say no,
Come on
kid.
now.
Just say no.
Come on, man.
Okay, so
This
you
is
mean
your
the
brain
universe?
show us
You
what
mean
it
the
is?
universe where they had Batman sleep with Batgirl to explain?
Listen, you might
why
not
Batman
like
Beyond?
details of it, but you can't deny that it was 14 years long. It was complete and ended with an ending, an actual ending.
Actual ending. It's kind of funny. They kept adding on to it, so obviously it didn't have an ending.
Right. Well, they added the movies, but I mean, you can look at the last part
the
of Justice
comics.
League Unlimited, and if you look at Epilogue as the last everything, that finalizes. I watch my shit in chronological order, and the DCAU actually has a good way of doing that. So, hey, Epilogue is a great ending for the DCAU, if you ask me.
I hated Epilogue. I really hated Epilogue.
Opinions. The first shot of Batman the Animated Series and the last shot of Epilogue are the same shot.
Yeah, I hated Epilogue. I really did.
It's really weird because I'm like, so. And by the way, Phil, it actually is canon to the universe because it was in comics that were canon to the DCAU. So there you go.
Oh man, are we about to have a nerd war here? Gotta get Phil on the screen then. Gotta get Phil on the screen.
I'm used to being a nerd war. Trust me. I am a Snyder fan who hates Lois Lane. I'm about as black sheep as you can get.
Man, I don't get that. You get on me about Wonderborg, but I mean Lois Lane is the archetype superhero girlfriend, dude. Like we base everybody whenever Mary Jane Watson can't get a job, she ends up becoming a reporter.
Lightning
Lois Lane.
bracelet clap coming up here for the win.
Yeah. But if she was the archetype for girlfriends, how come she wasn't with Clark until much later? If she's the archetype, that should have been what it was established in the beginning.
Right.
Oh
so
my
she wasn't.
Goodness. So are you talking about, let's finish watching this movie, but I'll have this talk with you if you want, dude. I will have this talk with you.
It's already finished. I'm already at the end credits.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, I was just at the lightning lightning on her gauntlet. She just beat.
And I see what you're talking about there, and when she after she does the bracelet clang and she has her arms out, the kind of the Christ pose.
Mm-hmm. So me and Brad are close together, and you guys jump, or I guess we slowed down, and you guys are ahead of us now, because me and Ruth were right on the same line.
She made that runway a crater there.
Nerd throwdown.
Now, just to be clear, Jared, I don't hate Super Wonder because Laura Kent is a good character when they came up with that on the in that universe or 31. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. The problem is they came up with it, but and they gave her character development, but then they undid the character development in favor of make her go through the same character journey in the third book.
Yeah.
I was like, what? And the fourth book, as a matter of fact.
Is it a book or is it just like a one shot?
It still counts.
One issue thing.
Still counts.
By the way, something I wanted to bring up earlier, and now would probably be a good time because we're in the last couple of minutes of the movie, is because I'm sure you guys have seen it when this came out on Blu-ray. Okay, they had that deleted scene. It wasn't like an alternate ending per se, but it was it was the scene that had her kind of her war buddies and Eddie Candy, and they found a mother box. So they discovered one. And I thought it's like. And,
so that would have been the one Cyborg found, I guess. Or that would have been Cyborg's
because it was the one that Hitler eventually got hold of, and then the U.S. Then when the Allies won the war, then it ended up in the State Department, and then eventually made it to Silas and Victor. But I don't know. It's like seeing that because it's not integrated in the movie itself, but seeing that and then with what we eventually got in November, it's like that just that's another thing that just kind of made it sting that much more what happened behind the scenes, because it's like that's what you're talking about there with that was continuity.
Yeah, because it's kind of funny. For a company that was trying to establish a cinematic universe, they did everything not to create a cinematic universe.
Yeah. It's a miracle, like how the like Wonder Woman, it turned out this well with like how bad this company was run at the time.
Yeah.
Or,
oh god, yes.
Listen, it's the movie's just finished with me. I have to head out for a moment. I'll make sure I'll come back to be your moral support with this. Other
thank
movie.
you, Aaron.
Bradman and Aaron,
Bye,
they got
Aaron.
to stick together. The dynamic duo. It was good talking with you, Aaron.
Aaron's gonna be watching
Bye,
WrestleMania. She ain't coming back. She's not coming back to that net.
There you go.
All right, I'll see you a little bit, Aaron.
Bye, Aaron.
All right, guys, that's going to be a wrap right now because we only got like another 28 minutes before we roll into Brad's favorite movie of the day, which is going to be Jared doesn't want to smoke. Oh, wow, what happened here to this chat?
Because I said Phil should come on here with the comic war, and we should all throw down me, you, Phil, and Jared. Let's go. Let's go. Anytime, William.
I did an entire Lois Lane debate on my channel that I won, by the way.
Hey, you could argue Lois Lane all day. As long as I got William in the crosshairs with my Batman talk, hey, that's all I need.
By the
that's
way,
all I need.
By the way, I will say, with that whole debate that we started when I came on the channel, I agree with you, William. You brought up a lot of good reasons about BTAS, and I'm like, you know what? That's a good point.
But he has this straw man where he thinks everybody's like attached to it, like it's the only thing that ever came out that's Batman. And that's not how people look at it.
According to Twitter, that's the only thing.
No, but it has.
Don't they say Twitter's not a real place?
It has a bloated influence. Nah, but there's like I said, every time I hear somebody say that that animated series from the '90s was definitive Batman, I literally just want to decapitate them. You know.
So the definitive Batman is the one who's with Batgirl. All right.
All right, guys.
Real quick, before we sign off, real quick, because I'm at the final scene here where she jumps off of the building. She's fine. I remember a theory at the time.
Because it's bullshit. Don't come. No, it's soft.
No. Wait. Okay, wait. This is important though, because people said a lot of people posited the theory. It's like she was jumping from that, and it's to the bank scene in ZSJL.
No.
I don't know about all that.
No,
I don't know about that. All I know is she's gliding on air currents. She's not flying, dude.
Because I thought she heard like an explosion or something like that beforehand. I'm like, there wasn't an explosion until she saved them with the bomb.
Just stab me right here, man. I have a customer in here talking about this animated stuff. All right, guys. On that,
because he's to go out. It's like a guy that goes to a comic book store that likes Batman thinks, "Hey, this fucking Batman show's great."
I just can't take that voice anymore right now, especially knowing since we're gonna have another round of the voice in about 20 minutes. So, all right, guys. We will see Brad 2049. We'll see you in about 25 minutes for Scary Movie 5. And
that was not try at all, William. That was very untry, bro.
I don't even know what the hell try is. I broke all the rules. All right, everybody say bye. Everybody say
later.
Bye.
Try, Chad. Try, everybody. Later, William. Later, Brad.
Bye for now.
Nerd fight reminds me of.